Good evening. Hello. Namaste. Sat Sri Akal. Welcome everybody. You're watching 3BL Season 3 and it is now time to get all the action started for the Men's Conference B round number 4. Not to forget that last evening we had the Men's Conference A games and today morning we had the Women's League round 4. And now to finish off the round 4, we will be having the Men's Conference B games today. Before we begin today's day, I want to thank each and every one of you who've been with us as a great support as a viewer watching from home or on your phones. It means a lot to us for this sport and for this league. Similarly, I'm going to be thanking some sponsors because without them, this wouldn't have been possible. And as I do that, I request all of you to please join in and give a round of applause to all the sponsors, starting with our hospitality and venue partner, this extremely beautiful Wyndham Chandigarh Mohali, radio partner My FM 94.3, apparel partner Nivea, energy drink partner Red Bull, medical partner Fortis Hospitals Mohali, name partner Boxer Singh Sports Worldwide Private Limited. Special thanks to BFI and FIBA 3x3 to all the officials and the referees, event partner The Creators Marketing Solution, and our live streaming partner, Sony Live. Remember, guys, you can also watch us on 3x3BL YouTube channel and FIBA 3x3 YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to follow us on every platform on the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and comment anything you feel like on the game sections. It's follow at 3x3BL. For more updates, you can also download our mobile app. It is 3BL, and also visit our site, which is www.3x3bl.com. With that, it is now time, ladies and gentlemen, to begin the Men's Conference B, round number 4, here at 3BL Season 3. And it is time for me to bring out the first two teams playing game number 1 in Men's Conference B. Without wasting any time, let us bring out the team that has made all of us give a hard time and so much to celebrate, the defending champions from Men Conference B round number 3. Give it up for the champion team, Ahmedabad Wingers. Team Ahmedabad Wingers look unstoppable as they have been cruising through each and every team in their conference, which is Conference B. And let's see if they can defend the title in this round 2. Playing against Ahmedabad Wingers in the opening game of Men's Conference B round 4. Put your hands and please welcome Delhi Hoopers. Team Delhi Hoopers playing with 3 players. That means no change because AP has injured his back. So
the Wingers. Amritpal finds a hoop with a lot of ease. Completely mismatched. The score is 2-all. 9 minutes and 9 on the clock. Amrit almost stripped, but Vishesh is there to pick it up. Misses that one. Amrit back again. Tips it in. Kogo asks for a screen. That's finding the open man in Prabnoor. Prabnoor missing it. Vishesh gets a rebound, brings it out, drops it back to Amrit. Once more Amrit, that's misses the first one, puts the second one in. Irvin Kogo takes his rebound, gives it to Bryant in traffic. Vishesh took that one. Amritpal with the ball. Once again off the glass. The Wingers have 6. Irvin Kogo spins, turns. One more to them. That's their 7th point to the wingers. There is no answer to the big man in the middle. Prabnoor, high off the glass, sinks it. Kogo intercepts that one. It's Delhi ball. Kicks it out to Prabnoor. Prabnoor for another 2 and he sinks it. Prabnoor has a hot hand and they will try to make use of Prabnoor to score more. Amritpal again. 8-7 it is. Prabnoor tries to find himself on the way to the hoop. Sinks that. Big game for Prabnoor today. Amritpal draws a foul. The wingers have 9 and the Hoopers trail by just 1. 7 minutes and 10 on the clock. Sinks that one. That's a 10th point for the wingers. Bryant out to Prabnoor. Prabnoor spotting up for a 2. Gurbaz this time for an attempt. Amrit steps aside and lays an easy one off the glass. Kogo tries to go inside and tries to find the open man. Baz steals it. Kicks it out to Vishesh. Vishesh back to Amrit. Amrit to Baz again. Gurbaz Sandhu with a 2. That's 13 points for the wingers. Prabnoor out to the open man and Kogo. Kogo goes inside and kicks it out to Bryant. Bryant for a 2. Misses it. Tips it back inside to Kogo. Kogo off the glass. Sinks 1. That's 9 points to the Hoopers. Gurbaz takes it to the hoop. Finds a hoop and draws a foul. So it is and 1 for him. And that's a timeout. The wingers lead by 5 points. 6 minutes 18 on the clock. Hoopers have picked up 2 fouls. Bryant Vishesh, that's an air ball. Amritpal off the glass. That's a 16th point for the wingers. Kogo unable to sink it. Vishesh. And once again, Amritpal makes easy work of that. 17 points to the wingers. They look like they'll close it quickly. And Delhi Hoopers are not finding it easy to sink those points after the initial flurry. But this time, Prabnoor has put up 2 on the board for them. And Vishesh replies with another 2. It's already the 19th point for the wingers. And Prabnoor is there to try and use a second opportunity. He couldn't sink it. Will step outside, spots up for a 2. Bounces out. Vishesh with the ball. Drops it to Amrit. Nothing stopping the big man from making the 20th point. Bryant out to Prabnoor. Prabnoor spotting up for a 2. And that's nothing but net for Prabnoor. That's the 13th point. Vishesh, all they need is 1 this time. And Kogo tries to go in and find the hoop. But Amrit is there. Prabnoor for another 2. Valiant work here by Prabnoor of the Hoopers. And that is 21st point, 21-15. Delhi Hoopers face their first defeat today and will go into the next game with a lot of pressure on their shoulders, playing with just 3 men. They found the going very tough, especially unable to stop Amritpal in the middle. It's not been an easy ride. 4 minutes 15 on the clock, and Ahmedabad come very strongly into this day's round. And here is the replay and highlights of what happened in the game. The wingers look very, very strong, still have their mojo. All the teams in this round are going to have to figure out a way to stop this big man. He's just been having a field day inside and no one seems to have an answer for that. Chennai Icons came pretty close in the last round, but in the end, it was the wingers that walked away with the victory and the title eventually. And the final score for this game is 21-15 in favor of Ahmedabad wingers. Delhi Hoopers pick up their first loss. Let's go over to Rishi.
What a beautiful, beautiful opening for Men's Conference B, round number 4. We have just had game number 1 with the defending champs Ahmedabad Wingers and Delhi Hoopers, and no change in the winning streak because Ahmedabad Wingers have opened the day by winning a game, and I have the extremely, extremely talented with huge amount of experience and the very, very tall and the very, very strong Amritpal Paji. Paji, first of all, congratulations आपको. ये गेम जो है उसमें अब सब लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि आपके अगेंस्ट स्कोर करना नामुमकिन हो गया है. तो आपके अगेंस्ट स्कोर करे कैसे, आप ही बताओ.
पहले तो थैंक यू. स्कोर तो सब करते हैं, लेकिन मेरी टीम मेरी हेल्प कर रही है बिकॉज आई एम नॉट गोइंग फॉर आउटसाइड डिफेंस. मेरी टीम आउटसाइड पे डिफेंस में मेरी हेल्प कर रही है, मुझे इनसाइड मैं उनकी हेल्प कर रहा हूँ. दिस इज टीम गेम. हम टीम गेम के टीम डिफेंस एंड ऑफेंस बोथ खेल रहे हैं, तो इसलिए जीत रहे हैं.
अमृत भाजी, अब 3 राउंड कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं, ये 4th राउंड है. टफ कितना हो रहा है कंपटीशन? आप तो चैंपियंस पे चैंपियनशिप जीतते जा रहे हो, बट आपको क्या लगता है द कंपटीशन का लेवल बढ़ रहा है? आपके कॉन्फ्रेंस में टीम्स है, दे आर कमिंग हार्ड एट यू, आपके लिए टफ कर रहे हैं चीजें?
या हम सब टीमों के साथ एक बार खेल चुके हैं, 2 बार. सबको पता चल गया है किसको कैसे डिफेंस करना है, किसको कैसे. दे आर स्ट्रेटजी अगेंस्ट मी, विशेष एंड माय अदर टीममेट्स. और टफ कंपटीशन हो रहा है डिफेंस में, लाइक हार्ड हो रहा है. तो अभी तो बहुत हार्ड हो गया कंपटीशन.
Very humble and very modest, but you're doing a great job. Congratulations and good luck for this round. That was, for me, he's the great Khali. When I stand next to him, I don't know how people on the court go and play against him. That's scary. Let's see what happens in the next game.
And the next game is going to be played between Lucknow Ligers and Aizawl Legends. Lucknow Ligers have picked up 3 runners-up checks and they will be hoping to pick up a winner's check today. And may the force be with them, because the fans and as with all of you would like to see a lot of excitement and action in the final. Let's see who meets who in the final. Right now the wingers are looking so strong. Let's go over to Rishi. He's ready to welcome the teams.
For all of you who've just joined us on Sony Live and 3x3BL YouTube channel, I welcome all of you on behalf of 3BL. This is season 3 and we're live from Chandigarh, Mohali. And the first game of Men's Conference B round 4 has just been finished. And Ahmedabad Wingers, who are the defending champions, have won it, the opening game of round number 4. It is now time to move on for the next game. And with that, I'm going to take out the team names who will be coming up right from the tunnel, all pumped up because they've had a good day break. Starting with Team Lucknow Ligers. Team Lucknow Ligers, all pumped up as they've had a good day rest, and I think this is going to be one of those lucky days where they probably think that they're going to nail everything they go towards the hoop, and it should be done. My good wishes to them. And playing against Lucknow Ligers, a team from far northeast. Please put your hands together and welcome team Aizawl Legends. Team Aizawl Legends could not manage to win a game in the last round, but this time around, I think they looked all pumped up. And let's see what happens in this game. It is now time for the toss, ladies and gentlemen. Can I have the captains of both the teams alongside me? Lucknow Ligers, Aizawl Legends, good luck. Give us a good game. Play fair, play square. Who's calling? All right, Lucknow Ligers. Heads is the call. Heads it is. Lucknow Ligers win the toss and will take the ball. Let's take it away, Aparna.
Thank you, Rishi. Lucknow Ligers with 3 runners-up checks looking to pick up their first winners checks will be represented by number 1, Sahej Pratap Singh Sekon, number 44, Dinesh Kumar Mishra, number 11, Rachit Singh, and number 9, Saukin Shetty. And meeting them will be Aizawl Legends, number 15, Palpreet Singh Brad, number 6, Udrik Pereira, number 22, Lalrina the Wizard Rentle, and number 16, Juvraj Singh. Palpreet has had much success in this tournament personally, but that will have to translate into wins for Aizawl Legends. They are capable of doing much, and hopefully they will be able to blossom in this round and do much more. Sekon for the Ligers to Saukin. Drops it inside to Sekon, who cuts in. Sekon dishes it back to Saukin. Missed. Lalrina with the ball, spots up for a 2. Palpreet is there to pull down the rebound, turns and sink that, but he's not able to do that. Rachit almost unchallenged. The ball is out of bounds. Lalrina spins, tries to find the opening, and he does. A finger roll to fetch the first point for the Legends. Dinesh comes in for Saukin. The ball is out of bounds. Saukin takes it all the way to the hoop. Rachit Singh for a free throw, and he sinks that, giving the Ligers their first point. Lalrina spins, finds the open man outside, and Udrik on the buzzer. Udrik is not able to make it. Palpreet gives it back to Udrik. Udrik hustles under the board to put one off the glass, and Lalrina made sure that Udrik was rewarded with another attempt there, and Udrik sinks it. The second point for the Legends. Dinesh Lalrina spotting up for a 2. That's Rachit with the rebound. Tries to muscle his way inside, but Juvraj was there, making it as difficult as possible. Legends have conceded their second foul. Rachit is going to go to the free throw line. Rachit sinks it. Spinning inside, that's Palpreet Brar. Palpreet is a very athletic big man. And he will take his first free throw. Sinks one. And that's Rachit with the 2 for the Ligers. Ligers have a 1-point lead now. Lalrina kicks it out to Juvraj. And that was Saukin with the rejection there. Rachit back to Saukin. Saukin kicks it out to Sekon. Sekon drops it back, but Palpreet rejects it. A fade away there. Juvraj with the rebound back to Lalrina. Lalrina spotting up for a 2. Palpreet with the rebound. He will take it inside. He draws a foul. Seven minutes, 37 on the clock. Palpreet draws another foul. Udrik will check in for Lalrina. That is Palpreet with 1. Both teams now level with 4. Juvraj, Udrik and Palpreet. Lalrina checks in for Juvraj now. Udrik is going to take the ball. He will inbound it. Spots up for a 2. Ball saved, but Lalrina is there to pick it up and off the glass with a light finger roll. Sinks it. 5th point for the Legends. Sekon spins around. Lalrina back to Palpreet. Palpreet for a 2. Dinesh is there to pick up the rebound. Sekon this time. Lalrina. Rebound pulled down by Dinesh. Dinesh this time tries to take it inside and lay one off. Easy one. Saukin is there to put it back inside. Picks up the 5th point and leveling scores. Palpreet for a 2. Hits a front of the ring and bounces out. So it's going to be Liger ball. 6 minutes 19 on the clock. And that's a timeout. Both teams are level. Ligers have conceded 3 fouls already, while the Legends have conceded 2. Juvraj back to Lalrina. Lalrina sinks a 2. Aizawl Legends have 7. Sekon tries to beat Juvraj and takes it to the hoop, and he finds it with one more. Lalrina for another 2 back-to-back 2s for the Wizard. 9-6. Sekon tries to reply with the 2 and he does. All of a sudden it's raining 2s. Palpreet turns around for a jumper. Nothing but net. 10 points to the legend. Trailing by 2 is the Ligers. Sekon tries to go inside but Palpreet is there. 5:27 on the clock. Both teams have picked up 3 fouls apiece. Juvraj checks out and Udrik comes in. Lalrina saves it and Palpreet is fouled by Saukin. So Palpreet will go to the free throw line. Lalrina will check out and Juvraj comes in for a breather. Palpreet sinks 1. That's 11 points to the legends. Dinesh with the rebound out to Saukin. Dinesh tries to take it inside. Pulls up for a jumper off the glass. It's completely off target though. Udrik drops it back to Palpreet, but Saukin has a piece of that. Loses it to Dinesh. Dinesh back to Rachit. Rachit spots up for a 2. And he sinks it. 10 points to the Ligers. They trail by 1. Saukin has been called for a foul for overloading on Palpreet from behind. 4:54 on the clock. And he checks out. Sekon comes in. Lalrina is back as well. Nifty handles there. Finds the hoop. The wizard. Sekon kicks it out to Dinesh. Dinesh is free. But that was an air ball. Rachit gets a rebound and tries one of his own. That's an air ball too. Palpreet with the rebound. This time Lalrina will spot up for a 2. Hits the front of the ring. He chases down the ball. Picks up his own rebound. Palpreet back to Lalrina. Once again Lalrina for a 2. And this time again it hits the front of the ring. 4 minutes 24 on the clock. The legends lead by 2. Ligers have conceded 5 fouls and could get into foul trouble. Sekon. Dinesh back to Rachit. Rachit spots up for a 2. Palpreet pulls down the rebound. Palpreet with a jumper. Sekon pulls it down this time. Takes it out. Tries to take it inside. And a jumper, nothing but net for Sekon. He sinks it. That's 11 points for the Ligers. But Lalrina is man out of bounds. He says he was pushed by Sekon, but the referee won't have any of it. The Ligers will hold possession this time. Dinesh sets up a screen. And that's another one off the glass for Sekon. Sekon intercepts and steals it from Lalrina this time. And neat footwork there. Palpreet is like a man possessed, making sure that he didn't make that shot. He didn't, actually. Palpreet backs his way into Dinesh, turns around, a light jumper, but too short it was. Rachit had the rebound and he will spot up for a 2 and Rachit is fouled. Pretty much has, Udrik has Rachit plastered to the sides. Both teams are level with 12 apiece, 3 minutes 19 on the clock. Could swing any which way. Rachit sinks 1. The first lead in the game for the Ligers, although it's just 1. The possibility of getting another one now It's pretty good. Rebounded by Juvraj. Juvraj to Udrik. Udrik spots up for a 2. Saukin pulls down the rebound. It's going to be Liger ball. Sekon. That ball is out of bounds. Lalrina spins, tries to find his way inside, but Sekon was quick to steal the ball from Lalrina. It's back with Sekon. Sekon uses Saukin to take it in and loses the ball. Lalrina with the 2. That's 14 points. Lalrina had 3 2s to his credit. Sekon spots up for a jumper. Palpreet pulls down the rebound and kicks it out to Lalrina, who attempts another 2, but this one is absolutely wayward. (14-13) in favor of the Legends. Just 2 minutes and 30 on the clock. Both teams have picked up 5 fouls. Palpreet tries to back in, but he loses the ball there, so it's going to be Liger ball. It's going to be Aizawl ball. A light touch, but it won't go in. Spotting up, Lalrina, that's an air ball. Udrik checks in for Lalrina. Sekon to Rachit. Udrik had a piece of that, ball went out of bounds. Sekon takes it as close as he possibly can and dishes it out to Dinesh. Dinesh missing it. Palpreet is there to pull down the rebound. Gives it out to Udrik. Udrik drops it to Palpreet. Palpreet will back up into Dinesh. Dinesh is not happy with the call. Palpreet draws a foul and gets a free throw. Palpreet sinks one. 15 points to the Legends. Lalrina tries to give it inside to Palpreet, but Saukin was quick to thwart it. Lalrina unchecked will attempt one. It's a front of the ring. Ball is out of bounds again. And that's a timeout. Both teams are going at it neck and neck. The Legends lead 15 to the Ligers having 13. Sekon beats Juvraj and takes it to the hoop. The quick first step made sure that he was able to beat Juvraj quickly enough. Rachit this time spots up for a jumper. Rebounded by Udrik. Udrik drops it to Palpreet. Ball stripped by Rajat. Quick hands there. Sekon once again. Pump fakes and drops one in. Level scores for the Ligers. Udrik loses the ball. Lalrina comes in place of Udrik this time. Sekon with the ball for the Ligers. Sekon tries to find his way to the hoop. Palpreet is there, making sure that he doesn't get an easy look. Spotting up for a 2. And he sinks it. The Legends lead by 2 this time. Palpreet unable to answer with another 2 of his own. But this time Palpreet gets it inside. He will back up into Saukin. Saukin is incredulous. .37.6 on the clock and the Legends trail by 2. Palpreet will get a free throw. And Palpreet sinks one. 17 all it is. Sekon. They want to know if the shot is counted. Yes, it is counted. Ligers are picked up. 20.9 seconds remaining. The Legends not happy with that call. They've given 2 points to Sekon for that attempt. Still conferring. Udrik is not happy as well. They're protesting it. And the score has been reversed, 17 all. Could be anyone's game, dropping it to Palpreet. Palpreet has Dinesh on him, turns around and sinks it. The Legends have 18. Dinesh this time with the ball drops it to Sekon. Lalrina pulls down the rebound. 5 minutes and I'm sorry, that's 2 seconds on the clock. Rachit launches a 2. It's an air ball. Aizawl Legends have pulled off a victory. It was so close. 18-17 is the final score. I'm sure even they weren't expecting it to swing this way because it was that close. And having the score reversed again after that worked out in their favour. It was a good decision to go for a review. So Aizawl Legends are looking a little comfortable after having pulled off that first win in the league games today. The pressure is on Ligers to make sure that they win the next game. which will be against Kolkata Warriors. And the final score, Aizawl Legends have 18, Lucknow Ligers picked up 17 to taste their first loss today. And let's go over to Rishi. He has Lalrina the Wizard with him.
Who says men's conference B don't give us good games? That game had everything that it could take for a 3x3 pro basketball game. And it went down to the wire till the last second, and Aizawl Legends have stole the show away. I have Lalrina with me. Lalrina, congratulations. Much needed win.
Yeah, that was a much needed win after 3 rounds. That was our second win. Yeah, thanks, man.
How's the team atmosphere going? Suddenly, your team is looking absolutely pumped and in sync. What did you guys do that has gotten you back together like this?
Well, we discussed before the game, and we said enough is enough. And then we lay everything on the floor, and that's what you get.
That's right. This is where it goes down the wire, because here winning matters and enough is enough. Lucknow Ligers now not an easy team to beat. What do you think worked out for you guys to beat them?
Yeah, it was mainly on defense. We stopped their twos. And yeah, we played our hearts out.
Today, your shots went in. It looked like your day. Don't let it go away. Don't let it slip away. Good luck for the next one. That was Lalrina from Aizawl Legends, and they've just stole the show away today by playing this one. Let's see what happens in the upcoming games.
And the next game is going to be played between Chennai Icon and Delhi Hoopers. Chennai Icon had a pretty good round in the last round, and hopefully they will be able to recreate some of that today as well. Delhi Hoopers, having lost their first game to Ahmedabad Wingers, will look to come back with a victory, else they will be eliminated. So this is a must-win game for the Delhi Hoopers. Now let's go over to Rishi. He's ready to welcome the teams.
It is now time, ladies and gentlemen, to move ahead in the men's conference B, round number 4. And it is time to bring out team that is playing their game number 1 for men's conference B in round 4. Please put your hands again. Please welcome Team Chennai Icons. Team Chennai Icons really need to get the game together. And I think this is the day where things are changing, because things have been different all these rounds. And it is now time to bring out the team that has already played their game number 1 against Ahmedabad and need a win desperately too. Put your hands together and welcome Team Delhi Hoopers. Now Team Delhi Hoopers, as we know since earlier, no change. Their 4th player is injured, so it's just 3. Let's see how this one turns out. It's North versus the South. Can I have the captains of both the teams for the toss, please? Akhil and Kogo, all the best. You know the drill, brothers. Who's going to call? Chennai Icons calls for heads. Tails it is. Delhi Hoopers win the toss and will take the ball away.
And Chennai Icons are being represented by number 6, Akhilan Pari, number 14, Prasanna Venkatesh Shivakumar, number 9, Nagaraj, number 23, Vijay Parmar, and they will be facing a understaffed Delhi Hoopers represented by Macedonian Irvin Kogo wearing jersey number 3. 23, Prabnoor Singh, Amit Serawat is injured, and number 7, Bilan Bryant Pena. A must-win game for the Hoopers. Chennai Icon will be looking to pick up their first victory of the day. This is their first game in the league so far. After this, they will have to play the wingers. We'll have to see if Delhi Hoopers can pick up this win. It's going to be Delhi ball. And this is a tip. Kogo starts strong early, goes to the hoop, picks up an early one for his team. Nagaraj back to Akhilan, to Prasanna. Prasanna tries to return the favor, but it's challenged by Delhi. Dropping it inside to the open man, that's Akhilan to Prasanna. Prasanna sinks one. Opening scores for Chennai Icon. Prabnur tries to go in. And a nice sweet move off the glass for Prabnur. Prabnur had hot hands in game one. Will he be able to do the same? We have to wait and see. A nice pump fake there. And a foul on Bryant. Nagaraj makes that one. The second point for Icon. They are now level. Prabnur tries to split the defense inside and take it in. Chennai pick up their first foul now. Irvin Kogo to the hoop but wouldn't go in. Akhilan with the rebound for Chennai. Back to Prasanna. Prasanna takes it inside, draws a foul and kicks it out. Prasanna takes it up against Bryant and lays it off the glass, high up and drops it in. Third point for Chennai Icon. Prabnur back again to Kogo. Kogo, the shot won't count. It's a shot clock violation. Going to be Chennai ball. Akhilan to Vijay. Delhi ball. Bryant tries to split the defense and go inside. Prabnur. Another attempt to him and he sinks it this time. Both teams with 3 apiece. Akhilan to Prasanna. Prasanna for a 2 but chases after the ball. Prabnur has the rebound though. To Kogo. Kogo spotting up for a 2. Bryant with the rebound back to Kogo. Spinning, moving, gets closer to the board but he's not able to make it. Akhilan pulls off a quick one to save it but Prabnur is there to disrupt things and passes it to Bryant who's there and they pick up their 4th point. Akhilan drops it to Nagaraj. Nagaraj spots up for a jumper. Prabnur pulls down the rebound to Kogo. Kogo is fouled. 7 minutes 40 on the clock. Hoopers have a 1-point lead and a chance to take it up by 2. Kogo sinks it. Nagaraj tries to take it to the hoop. Unable to finish. Prabnur is there to pull down the rebound for the Hoopers. Drops it to Bryant. Bryant back to Kogo. And he will clear the way, set up a screen and move aside. Prabnur takes it inside in traffic. Tries to drop it in. Nagaraj has quick hands and takes it off from getting the ball to Kogo, but to Bryant. But this time Kogo has the ball. Bryant with the rebound and back to Kogo. Neat ball movement there. Kogo made sure that sunk. 1 more point to them. Akilan, take it inside, out to Prasanna. Prasanna for a 2 and he sinks it. That's 5 points to the Icon. Kogo all the way to the hoop. Uses his shoulders, turns and creates that opening and sinks it in with a neat finger roll. Akilan Pari off the glass and he does his work as well efficiently. That's the 6th point for the Icon. They trail the Hoopers by 1. 6 minutes 37 seconds on the clock. Both teams have 2 fouls apiece. That's a timeout. Kogo finds his way to the hoop, missing it, but Bryant is there and Kogo is there to hustle for the rebound and they get fouled in the process. And Kogo sinks 1, 8 points to Chennai trailing by 2. 6 minutes 20 on the clock. Out to Prasanna. Prasanna for a 2. Ball rebounded by Vijay. Vijay back to Akilan. Bryant steals it to Kogo, who's cutting in off the glass with the reverse layup there. Very well done. And Akilan Pari for a 2 of his own. That's a 1-point deficit to Chennai. Chennai have 8. Stepping back out, Kogo. Akilan with the rebound. Vijay. Inside to Prasanna. Prasanna back to Vijay. Vijay for a 2. Chases after the rebound. Prasanna back to Akilan. Akilan tries to take it inside. Off the glass a little too short. Prabnur for 2. Akilan with the rebound will bring it out and reset. Out to Prasanna. Prasanna drops it to Akilan, but Akilan wasn't ready for that. He's ruining that missed opportunity, and surely that would hurt. When every possession counts, it matters. Kogo for a 2. Rebound pulled down by Vijay Parmar. Vijay tries to go in but kicks it out to Nagaraj. Nagaraj for a 2. Prabnur is there to pull down the rebound, but Nagaraj tried to take it away from Prabnur but instead concedes a foul. He's not able to believe the call, but that's what it is. 4 minutes 59 on the clock and trailing by 1. Prabnur kicks it out to Kogo. Kogo will spot up for a 2. Ball is out of bounds. Bryant, Kogo to Prabnur. Rebound pulled down by Prasanna. Prasanna to Nagaraj. Prasanna missing it. Kogo has the rebound. He will bring it out. Nifty pass is there. Prabnur this time for a 2. The Hoopers have 11. And Chennai trails by 3. Out to Kogo. Kogo who will try to take it all the way to the hoop, and he lays one off the glass. The 12th point. Prasanna. Vijay unable to make it. Bryant with the ball this time. Bryant sinks 2. Delhi Hoopers have 14. A 6-point deficit is what the Chennai Icons are staring at, and there's just 3 minutes 51 on the clock. Vijay tries to take it inside and off the glass. Prabnur with the rebound. Prasanna to Nagaraj. Nagaraj unchallenged for a 2. He's not able to make it. Prabnur with the rebound. And he sinks 1. 16 points to the Hoopers, but Kogo is in pain. He's asking for some time to settle himself. He's feeling dizzy. The physio is attending to him. Hopefully it isn't anything much and Kogo is all right. And fortunately, our medical partners, Fortis Mohali, are here to take care of our players. I think he took a blow to the side of the face and he's icing it there, and as a result of the blow, he was feeling a bit of dizziness. He's indicating where it is hurting him. And while he recovers, we have a bit of good news to share with all of you. Ari Gelly, our international player from Spain, who underwent a surgery this morning successfully for her ligament tear. She's recuperating and doing fine. She will be back next season stronger and better. The league sends her much love and praise for her quick and speedy recovery. Hopefully Kogo will feel better soon enough. That was a result of a blow that he endured during the game. And how did that happen? We're not quite sure exactly. 3 minutes 29 and a timeout. The Hoopers have an 8-point lead. And Kogo is coming back into the game. Hopefully he will be all right. A little shaken by the entire thing. Nagaraj goes inside, but Bryant had a piece of the ball. Kogo kicks it out to Bryant. Bryant goes in, but he wasn't able to convert it. Kogo spots up for a 2. Rebound, pulled down. Prabnoor had a piece of that. So this time, Akilan with the rebound. Nagaraj for a 2. They're going to attempt as many 2s as possible to make sure they cut down the deficit early enough. 2:57 on the clock. Bryant for a 2. Nagaraj with the rebound. Tries to take it inside off the glass. He lays it in, chipping down the lead to 5. To 7, in fact. Five fouls to Chennai Icon. To Bryant. Tries to move in traffic and a foul has been called. That's the 6th foul for Chennai Icon. Prasanna quite unable to understand where that foul came from. He will check out. Vijay Parmar checks in. Nagaraj with the rebound out to Akilan. Akilan for a 2. And Akilan sinks it. It's a 5-point deficit. 2:23 on the clock. Prabnoor spots up for a 2. It's a little too much sauce on that one. Behind the back, no look pass to Nagaraj. Nagaraj back to Akilan. Akilan finds the open man in Vijay. Vijay for a 2. A little too flat. He will take it inside, kick it out to Akilan. Akilan back to Nagaraj. Nagaraj for a 2. And he sinks it. This is a 3-point game. 1 minute and 59 on the clock. Kogo tries to take it inside, and a foul has been called. It's Chennai's 7th foul, so Kogo will go to the free throw line with 2 attempts. Misses the first one. Makes the second one. The lead is up to 4 now. Akilan back to Nagaraj. Nagaraj spotting up for a 2. It's nowhere near target. Kogo this time seems to have recovered well enough to lay one off the glass fast and hard. Nagaraj, a wayward attempt there. Kogo for 2, and he sinks it. Delhi Hoopers have 20 already, and they need just 1 to ice this. Back to Nagaraj. Kogo with the rebound. There are quite a few touches. Ball is out of bounds. It's going to be Delhi ball once more. 1 minute and 8 remain. Delhi Hoopers are just 1 point away from finishing this game in their favor. Kogo with the rebound. And he sinks it. Irvin Kogo. Beautifully done. 21 to 11. Delhi Hoopers have managed to recover and take this game away. That's 22-13. That's the final score in favor of Delhi Hoopers. They lost the first game, but the second game they made sure that they would win this. Now Chennai Icon have a huge task on hands, because now they are going to go up against Ahmedabad Wingers in their second game, and they'll have to pull off a massive victory. Otherwise, they will find themselves eliminated from the semi-final. And the final score is Delhi Hoopers have beaten Chennai Icon 21-13. Let's go over to Rishi. He has Bryant with him.
Well, it looks like Conference B have suddenly woken up out of the blue and is giving us amazing, amazing games that we want to look at forever. And that was an example what happened in the last game between Chennai Icons and Delhi Hoopers. Delhi Hoopers cruised through for the win, and I have the very, very talented, the international player, Bryant, with me. Bryant, first of all, welcome to 3BL season and congratulations for the win. You spent a few days here with us, 2 weeks almost. How do you feel about being in this league, being in India?
I mean, I feel crazy, and to be honest, it's a great experience for me. I'm still a young dude, and be able to play with people that actually have more experience than me is crazy.
You know, you come in from Spain playing with your one of your teammates. It's like you understand the language, you understand the game. Delhi Hoopers took a while to, you know, did do this, what they had to do. Last round wasn't as how much as you wanted it to go like. But this one, it's a good start for you. What do you think is going to be the game plan from now?
I mean, the game plays is always the same. Pass the ball, play defense, and if the shots went in, we win. If the shots miss, we lose. But always the same.
And, you know, you're playing with 3 players today. One of your players, AB, as we know him, he's been injured. How difficult do you think? Because it's an important round to win, because after this you have only 1 round and then the final round comes in. How important it is for you to perform in this round?
I mean, it's really important because we only 3, so the thing is we need to play aggressive defense and make the shot. Easy like that.
All right, you seem happy. Congratulations on that win, brother, and good luck for the next one. That was Bryant with me from Delhi Hoopers team. They have got it going. This Conference B is changing tunes right now, I tell you. Let's see what happens on the other side of the break. We'll see you soon.
It was really hard. 2 years of COVID really made a lot of things difficult. But at the same time, it gave us a lot of time to plan. So we planned, we found what we shouldn't do, and then all the mistakes that we have made. So we took our time, we planned it really well. And now we are here in Chandigarh with our perfect setup. We started Women's League in 2019, and the purpose of starting was again take India to Olympic. Men's have a different ranking system, women's have a different ranking system, and to take India on Olympic, women's, because there is no such a league in basketball, even the 3x3 for women, I realized back in 2018 that there is a lot of opportunity for women. So that's why we have a league and grow the number of teams. So in next season, we will have 12 women's team. The difference between 3x3 and 5-on-5 is there are a lot of differences, such as, let me start with the timing. So in 3x3, we only have 10 minutes. In 5-on-5 is a 40 minutes game. In 5-on-5, they use 7-size ball, whereas in 3x3, we use 6-size ball with a 7-size weight. This actually makes a player to dribble better because of the grip, shoot better, pass better. Because of that, game is more engaging, there's a more score happening, so it becomes more entertaining. And 3x3 has a knockout. So the rule is either 10 minutes or 21 points, whichever comes first. And by the end of 10 minutes, whoever has the highest score wins, or 21 points under 10 minutes. And 3x3 does not have a personal foul compared to 5-on-5, but it has a team fouls. So in reality, in 3x3, you could foul as much as you want, but obviously that becomes a team's problem, not an individual problem. So you won't get eliminated by fouling too much. And as a player who has played both format, I realize everything that you do in 3x3 is a lot faster than 5-on-5. Starting with the playing, starting with even with a refereeship, and also the camera work. So the structure is, in the men's team, we have 12 teams in men's. We have divided into two groups of Conference A and Conference B. Now, day 1 is a Conference A, day 2 is a Conference B. Each conference is divided in 6 teams, and the 6 teams are divided into 2 groups of 3. They have a league matches, they play within their group, and the top 2 teams goes to semi-final and the final. Each round and each conference has a champion. Those are counted as a FIBA points, and as well as we give them a team 3BL points. At the end of round 5, whoever has the highest point and highest ranking will be allocated to round 6, which is our final. The final round is going to be combined of all 12 teams. This would be divided 3 teams divided into 4 groups, and they will play with each other. Top 2 teams will go to the day 2. Top 8 teams, starting from a quarterfinal, they will play as a knockout. So it will be a league round robin on the day 1 on the final, and the knockout on the day 2. And we'll decide a league champion and a league MVP.
It all started with a group of boys playing basketball. It all started with the passion they had for basketball. It all started with Mr. Rohit Bakshi wanted to do something for the country, wanted to do something for the kids who love sports, but they don't have a platform to perform it for a longer run. So the vision started of making children play such a game which could make you a better human being, and it does, physically and mentally. Seeing the talent in all parts of India, like be it South, be it North, when we saw that there is a talent, but we are not aware of it, and there is much more than we think of, much more than we know of. I think bringing a sport like basketball is anyways a tough job, and bringing up a league and getting everybody together makes it much more difficult. Basketball is played more by boys, so it started with boys league. It didn't start with women's. Women's was introduced last season, and this is the second season for women's league. Initially, we didn't have that much support we thought we would have, introducing something, telling what it is, and then convincing them to help our country, help our generation, help our kids. Joining hands with a private organization, doing anything like that, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of convincing. So that is a second milestone we achieved, getting that government bodies along with us. So first thing was that it was a new sport. Nobody was aware of it. That was a big challenge. And today, when we talk to people about game, they only know like 5-on-5. There are so many of them. We had to start with what is 3x3. and how it's played. So that's the first challenge we had to overcome, that create awareness about 3x3. Three words that come to my mind, it would be quick, entertaining, and fast, you know.
The basketball rules very clearly state that if a player is having the ball in their hands and if a defensive player strikes the hand of the player who is holding the ball, this is not a foul. So players in their anxiety try to claim for a foul so that they don't want to lose a very crucial possession. I'll repeat this once again. If a player is holding a ball and a defensive player strikes the hand of the player, the palm which is holding the ball, this is not a foul. But players tend to claim a foul because if they have lost possession, they would like to get the ball in their for them, in their favor. The hand checking was definitely there, but then at that time the ball was not in the hands of the player. So this is what a player should be able to judge, at what time the contact occurred, and by that contact whether any advantage situation has been got by their opponents. Players have to play their game naturally. They should try to avoid trying to claim a foul, because like I said, that there are contacts, but every contact cannot be called a foul. So if a player is definitely moving towards the basket, the progression is towards the basket, and there is an obstruction, there is an advantage which is got by the player who is not permitting an opponent, an offensive player with the ball going towards the basket, this will definitely be called a foul. So this is where a player has to be able to identify whether they are right in claiming a foul. I do agree, because every player in their anxiety would like that the decision comes in their favor. But then we as referees, we play a neutral role. We identify those situations which need to be compulsory called as a foul, so that the flow of the game is not interrupted. No team gets an advantage. No player is at a disadvantage. So this is what is the focus on which we will be doing our officiating in the remaining part of the event also.
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching 3BL Season 3, and today is Men's Conference B's evening, and here we are with the next three pool games of Men's Conference B. Coming a long way, a team that has already played a game and has won it, and against a team which is going to be playing their first game for today. Let's bring out the teams, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together and please welcome both the teams that are actually from far north, east. Kolkata Warriors. Team Kolkata Warriors. Couple of players suffering from some injuries, but I think they're all pumped up and good to go in this conference, as it's round 4 now, and they desperately need a win. Playing against Kolkata Warriors, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Team Aizawl Legends. Team Aizawl Legends has got everything that a 3x3 Pro team requires as far as skill, talent, and stamina is concerned. And this is a good combination of electrifying pro game. Let's see what happens at the toss now. It is toss time. Captains, please come alongside me. Good luck. Who's calling? Kolkata Warriors. Tails is the call. Tails it is. Kolkata Warriors win the toss and will take the ball. Aparna, back to you up in the comm box.
Thank you very much, Rishi. Kolkata Warriors facing Aizawl Legends. Kolkata Warriors will be represented by number 8, Sahaj Kumar Rajesh Bhai Patel. Number 1, Amarendra Naik. David Carlos, also known as Air David, wearing jersey number 3. And they have Tejinder Mal wearing jersey number 9. Aizawl Legends, Palpreet Brar wearing jersey number 15. Udrik Pereira, jersey number 6. 22, Lalrina Rentle, and number 16 worn by Juvraj Singh. Aizawl Legends had a very, very close game against Lucknow Ligers in their first game and came off with the win, 18-17. And now will be raring to go into the semi-final with the second game win as well. So hopefully they will be able to bring that same magic into this round as well. Lalrina had a good run in game 1, sinking a few twos and a close range jumpers as well. Palpreet, of course, doing a lot of work under the boards, and Udrik Pereira and Juvraj coming in to add to the mix. Kolkata Warriors are playing their first league game today and will be hoping to pull off a first win now. Naik will inbound for Kolkata. Air David is back in action after a few injuries. Palpreet taking the opportunity to draw a foul there. A free throw to Palpreet. Saj is amused at the way the things turned out there and the way they had to concede a foul to him. Palpreet sinks one. Naik missing it. Palpreet pulls down the rebound for the Legends. Gives it to Lalrina. Lalrina will take it all the way around and off the glass, but not able to make it. David Carlos with the rebound. Udrik is there to pick it up. Lalrina attempting one, but Saj pulls down the rebound. Naik with the ball. Naik spots up for a 2. Not able to make it. Lalrina to Udrik. Udrik tries to find Palpreet deep inside, but Saj was there to steal the ball. This time, Udrik returns a favor by stealing one. Palpreet for a 2. Hits the front ring. Another opportunity for him. He will take his time and spot up. And kicking it out to Udrik. Was that an extra pass too many by Lalrina? He could have taken it himself. There was no one there. He could have sunk one. But it's back with Kolkata, and Saj in a tussle for the rebound there with Palpreet. Juvraj checks in for Udrik. Tejinder has come in. David Carlos out for a breather. Palpreet disappointed with the call. Says it should have been Legends ball. And that's a shot clock violation. Palpreet. Good finish, strong finish there. Sinks it. Tej with the ball. Finding Naik in traffic. Yuvraj is quick to make sure that Lalrina will have the ball. Almost losing it. Lalrina. And that's 2 more points for the legends from Lalrina. Naik kicks it out to Tej. Tej for 2. It's an air ball. 7 minutes 46 remain. The Warriors are yet to score. Legends have 4 points already. David Carlos comes in. Naik will sit out for a bit. Tej takes it. Lalrina can't quite figure what happened there. Lalrina with the rebound. Back to Palpreet. Palpreet spotting up for a 2. Not able to make it. Lalrina once again with the ball. He will go off the screen of Palpreet and drops it back to Palpreet. Palpreet off the glass, sinks one. Yuvraj for a 2. And that's Palpreet who smacks it back into the hands of Yuvraj. Now Lalrina to the hoop, finds it. That's a 6 point for the legends. Tej for a 2. Hustling for the rebound. Saj and Palpreet. Udrik checks in for Lalrina. Udrik hustling defense there. Saj turns around with the jumper. That's the first point on the board for the Warriors. Yuvraj spots up. Misses it. Saj is there to pull down the rebound and take it out. He tries to go inside. Palpreet is there, but off the glass, Saj sinks one for the Warriors. A second point. Yuvraj to Palpreet. Palpreet tries to go in, turns around in traffic, kicks it out to Yuvraj. Yuvraj to Udrik. Udrik spots up for a 2. It's Legends ball. Palpreet in traffic. Another attempt. He completes it. 7 points to the Legends. 5 point difference. The Legends lead. That's a timeout. 6 minutes 11 on the clock. Tej finds the hoop. 1 point for the Warriors. So they have 3 right now and trail the Legends by 4. Udrik tries to take it inside. Great defensive efforts by Tej. Naik tries to put one. Saj almost losing it, but Tej is there. And spots up for a jumper. Naik this time off the glass. Picks a quick one up for the Warriors. Lalrina spotting up for a 2. And he sinks it. 9 points for the Legends. Naik for 2 of his own, but this is an air ball. Ball is out of bounds. It's going to be Legends ball. Lalrina out to Palpreet. Palpreet for a 2. Taps it out, hoping that Yuvraj or Palpreet will get hold of it, but that didn't happen. The ball is out of bounds. It's going to be Kolkata ball. David has checked in and Naik will sit out for a bit. David Carlos tries to drop it to Saj. Sarge in traffic, turns around, misses the first attempt. Tej saves it, will try to take it in. And he does, sinks one for the Warriors, giving them 5 points. Lalrina kicks it out to Juvraj. Tej to David, and David one off the glass. David Carlos adding one. Juvraj spotting up for a 2. It's a front rim, but Sarge is there to pick it up, and Tej with the ball. He will go in now. And Juvraj was quick to make sure that he got a piece of that. Saves it for his team. Palpreet with the ball. He will spot up for a 2. Front rim. Juvraj again tries to keep it in, and Lalrina picked it up. Lalrina for a 2. Nope. Palpreet with the rebound. Turns in traffic, but that was rejected by Sarge. 4:25 on the clock. The Legends lead by 3. Juvraj is absolutely unhappy about the call. Tej to Carlos. David Carlos with the jumper. Lalrina with the rebound. He will bring it out. Drops it to Palpreet. Udrik spotting up for a 2. It's a front ring. David Carlos saves a Tej for an attempt. Palpreet with the rebound. Tries to take it inside and fouled in the process. And a timeout now with 3:56 on the clock. A very, very low scoring game this is. And Lalrina sinks one, giving them their 10th point. Naik checks in for David Carlos, drops it to Sarge. Sarge gives it back to Naik, but Udrik was quick enough to steal it. Lalrina spots up, not able to make it. Sarge with the rebound, but again stolen by Lalrina. Lalrina out to Udrik. Udrik goes inside, passes to Palpreet under the board, and Palpreet sinks that one. 11th point for the Legends, a 5-point lead for the Legends now. Taj makes 2. Once again closing the gap. That's a 3-point lead is what the Legends have over the Warriors. Naik missing it. Lalrina pulling down the rebound. Drops it to Palpreet. Sarge on his tail. Tries to beat him, goes inside, turns. Unable to make it. Tej with the ball. He will try to post a fadeaway jumper. He makes it. Tejinder Mahal for the Warriors. Lalrina, a lob there. Juvraj checks in for Udrik. It's a 2-point game right now. David Carlos, and Juvraj steals it. Great defensive effort by Juvraj, spotting up Lalrina. Hustling there for the rebound. Tej and Lalrina. Kicks it out to Serge. David Carlos to Serge. Palpreet with the rebound. Gives it to Lalrina. Lalrina takes it in traffic. Loses the ball. David Carlos to Tej. Tej all the way down. And he sinks it. He's had a stellar role that he has played for the Warriors so far. Brilliant efforts. And David. And one to him. He's absolutely pumped about it. He's been nursing a hip injury. Sinks that one. 12 points. They have their first lead in the game. Legends trail by 1. Palpreet almost losing it. Will try to muscle his way in. Unable to make it. Sarge with the ball. Naik gives it back to Sarge. Drops it to David. David back to Naik in the traffic. Missing it. David once again with the ball, gives it to Sarge. A minute and 13 on the clock. Warriors have a very, very slim lead, 1 point ahead of the Legends. Both teams have 2 fouls. .3x3 basketball is the fastest and most exciting urban sport in the world. It has caught on by leaps and bounds and has made its way to the Tokyo Olympics 2020. And now it will find its place and feature in the Commonwealth Games to happen in 2022 and also the Paris 2024 Olympics. From the street to the Olympics, 3BL gives India a shot at not just fielding a team but also winning a gold in the Olympics. That is the aim, and 3BL provides that much needed platform. Lalrina spotting up, but no, he's going to drop it to Palpreet, who's going to go for the 2. Udrik is there to pull down the rebound and gives it back to Lalrina. Lalrina asking for a screen and he will spot up for it too, but no, this one's no good. Udrik once again pulls the rebound and forces a shot there. Palpreet turns, but that's a tough one there. David had a hard fall there. Hopefully he's all right. You can see how he slipped and lost his balance, and Palpreet pretty much fell on him. He's in a lot of pain. Hopefully he's all right. Seems to be bleeding a bit. Hopefully he should be fine, and our care partners, medical partners, Fortis Mohali, ensures the right medical attention for our players, and we are so grateful for that. We're also very grateful to Wyndham Chandigarh Mohali for giving us this amazing hospitality and venue. Must take a moment to thank all these sponsors without whom we wouldn't be here. Nivea is our apparel partner. Red Bull is our energy drink partner. Boxo Singh Sports Worldwide Private Limited is our name partner. My FM 94.3 is our radio partner. And you're watching live on Sony Live, which is our broadcast partner. Tejinder sinks that one. 13 points for the Warriors. Legends trail by 2 this time. 39 seconds on the clock. Having trailed most of this game, the Warriors are now in the lead when it matters a lot. Lalrina spots up for a 2. That's an air ball. 27 seconds on the clock. Tej had some very big points that he played for his team. Spotting up for a jumper and he sinks that. 14 points for the Warriors. Palpreet with a big 2. Keeping it within reach. All they need is one more. This time Naik back to Surge, but it's only 7.5 on the clock remaining and trying to find the open man. Hustling defense there. The shot clock was not on, only the game clock was on. So we're guessing that the shot clock was less than the game clock. Naik will go to the free throw line. And he misses that one, Palpreet. And that's a final buzzer. Kolkata Warriors have beaten Aizawl Legends 14-13. What a close game it's been. Must be very, very disappointing because the Legends had the lead for most of the game. And it was in the very last few minutes that the Warriors managed to pick up the lead and continued to maintain it. And Tej added to it as well. Hopefully, David Carlos is all right in the meantime. And the final score is Kolkata Warriors beat Aizawl Legends 14-13 in this league game. Let's go over to Rishi. He has Ed David with him.
The tables have turned around as far as talent, skill, action, drama, and nail-biting finishes are concerned on the scorecard. Conference B is giving us a day, hell of a day. And this is round number 4. And we've just witnessed a massive, massive game between Kolkata Warriors and Aizawl Legends. And Kolkata Warriors won it, even through, if I say, by bleeding on the court. And I have David Carlos with me. David, brother, are you all right? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. You know, it's just part of the game, and you know, we're built for this.
You know what? Your spirit and your strength kind of says a lot, and it is very inspirational for all your fans and the viewers of this game. What do you think about the last game, brother?
I mean, it was supposed to be a walk in the park for them, but you know, all the marbles are, you know, with them. But we just went here to, you know, give a good fight.
Yeah, you did, for sure. And you ended up winning it with that good fight, even when you just went out of the last time. But I want to talk about those 5 to 6 points that you got, your team in the crucial time. And that, I think, got you the lead. Now, what went through your head that you should be doing this? What went you got moving?
Bro, I've been here in China, in India for past 2 weeks. You know, I was really, you know, waiting for a breakout game. And I guess, you know, it came in the right moment.
It did. It for sure did. I want you to take care and prepare for your next one. Good luck for that, brother. That is the one and only Air David from team Kolkata Warriors, who've just won a game, and they have one more to go. Let's see what happens.
And the next game is going to be played between Ahmedabad Wingers and Chennai Icon. Ahmedabad Wingers, of course, won their first game, and Chennai Icon suffered a loss to Delhi Hoopers in their first foray. So let's go over to Rishi to welcome both the teams.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to move ahead with game number 5 in Men's Conference B, and this is round 4. And you know what? We've finished 4 games, and none of them have been boring at all to watch. It has been all nail-biting finish. This is an exciting evening. So, all the viewers who've just joined in, do not go anywhere. And trust me, because coming up is something exciting. Playing the next game, the defending champions from the previous round. Put your hands together and please welcome Team Ahmedabad Wingers. Well, Team Ahmedabad Wingers got a good day's break and also a good game break before they played their first one today. And playing their second game today for round number 4 in Men's Conference B, Ahmedabad Wingers will be facing the team from down south who needs a win very badly. Team Chennai Icons, everybody. Put your hands together and please welcome. Team Chennai Icons in jersey yellow and Team Ahmedabad Wingers in not so different but beige off-white creamish color. Let's see what happens in this one. It's toss time here. Let's get the captains alongside me for the toss. Come on. You guys know the drill. Who's calling? Ahmedabad Wingers called for heads. Heads it is. Ahmedabad Wingers will have the ball in a crucial game. Let's see what happens.
And the Ahmedabad Wingers being represented by the mighty Vishesh Brigavanshi wearing jersey number 9, the Big Dipper Amritpal Singh wearing jersey number 10, the Worm Abhyudaya Yadav wearing jersey number 69 and Gurbaz Singh Sandhu wearing jersey number 8. They will be faced by Chennai Icon number 6, Akhilan Pari, number 14, Prasanna Venkatesh Sivakumar, number 9, Nagaraj, and number 23, Vijay Parmar. Tough outing for Chennai in the first game, having suffered a loss 22-13 to Delhi Hoopers. They'll really have to work extra hard and do something and contain the Wingers besides putting up points on the board. Vishesh Abhyudaya and Amritpal checking in. Akhilan, Prasanna and Nagaraj checking in for Chennai. Amrit tries to go inside. Akhilan with the ball. Nagaraj. Prasanna for a 2. Pulling down the rebound, but the ball is out of bounds. Akhilan tries to find the hoop. He does. Sinks one in and opens course for Chennai. Vishesh drops it to Amrit. Amrit replies with one of his own with a light finger roll there, and Prasanna attempts a 2 over the hands of Amrit, but that won't go in. Vishesh with the ball drops it to Amrit once again. Amrit muscles his way inside, draws a foul. He will go to the line with one free throw. Amrit misses that. Nagraj pulls down the rebound. That's Akhilan. Akhilan tries to find the hoop inside but kicks it out to Prasanna. Prasanna drops it out to Akhilan once again. Akhilan back to Prasanna. Some neat ball rotation. Nagraj from the outside, but he's not able to sink it. Vishesh drops it to Amrit, but Prasanna had a piece of that, but Abhyudaya was quick to pick it up and put one up against the glass, sinking that. Amrit with the rebound, back to Vishesh. Vishesh steps aside, spots up for a 2 and he sinks it. It's 4 points for him. Akhilan Pari finds his way to the hoop, one more off the glass, 2 points from Akhilan. And Vishesh quickly drops in another 2. The roles have reversed. Vishesh dropping the 2s and Akhilan replies with another 2. All 4 points have come from Akhilan. A quick nifty push there by Prasanna, stolen and collected by Akhilan this time, but Amrit slams one home. 7 points to the wingers. Icons have 4. Amrit sinks one. No mistake there. Quick ball movement. Akhilan for a 2 and he sinks it. That's a 6 point for Chennai. Vishesh with the ball drops it to Amrit. Tries to give it inside. Amrit takes it in. .7:55 on the clock. Chennai trail by 2. Vishesh will go to the free throw line. Makes it. Akhilan to Prasanna. Prasanna spotting up for a 2. Misses it. Buzz. Back to Amrit. Amrit off the glass. Drops one. That's a 10th point for the wingers. But Vishesh stole it. And back to Buzz. Buzz, another one off the board. 11th point coming up. Vijay Parmar comes in. A cross-court pass. Almost losing it. Akhilan forcing a shot. That's an air ball. Nagraj checks in for Akhilan. Vishesh draws a foul. Chennai have conceded 4 fouls while the wingers are yet to concede any. And already the wingers have 11 points and Chennai Icon have picked up 6 points, all of them coming from Akhilan. Buzz, but Amritpal is there to pick it up and put it back inside. Nagaraj backing in. Vijay. And forcing a shot there while Vishesh had a piece of it. It's going to be winger's ball. Vishesh drops it inside to Amrit. Light finger roll there. Drops it in with ease. Vijay Parmar for a shot. It's a little too short. Nagraj forcing one. Too much juice on that one. Buzz. Pump fake. Waits. And uses the time well to put one off the glass and sink it. Amrit from outside. A floater, not able to make it. Picks it up off the glass once more. Amritpal Singh, the big dipper, 15th point for the wingers. Vijay kicks it out to Akhilan, but Akhilan couldn't hold it. The ball is out of bounds. It's going to be wingers' ball. 6 minutes 18 on the clock. A considerable lead. This is not what they were expecting to do. Nine points deficit is what the Chennai Icon are staring at. They struggled in game 1 and their struggles continue in game 2 as well. In fact, this is a very same team that they took to the line in the previous round. But the difference in that game was that Prasanna had a hot hand as well. Vijay Parmar had chipped in, Nagaraj had chipped in, but today it seems like no one other than Akhilan has been able to contribute by way of points to the team. Abhyudaya drops it to Amrit. Amrit takes it to the hoop. A layup there for him. Prasanna passing. Ball is out of bounds. Abhyudaya steals the ball. Chennai ball this time. Akhilan takes it to the hoop. The 7th point also from Akhilan for Chennai. Amrit with the rebound and a putback. Prasanna not able to make it. Amrit with the ball gives it to Abhyudaya. Abhyudaya for a 2. Has a rebound once again. Will give it out to Vishesh. Vishesh for a 2 this time. Abhyudaya with the rebound. It seems like they are dominating the offensive and defensive boards as well. Akhilan spotting up. Ball rebounded by Nagaraj and out to Prasanna. Prasanna not been able to find the hoop as he would have liked, missing the mojo that he had in round 3. Amrit with the left-handed slam. And this time a pass from Nagaraj. Prasanna was not able to hold it. Ball is out of bounds. It's going to be Wingers' ball once more. They have 18 already and need just 3 to ice this game. Barely at the halfway point. 5 minutes and 3 on the clock. Vishesh rebounded by Nagaraj, out to Vijay. Vijay splits the defense, takes it to the hoop and drops one in. 8th point. Vishesh takes it to the hoop and finds his way with another point. That's 19 on the board for the Wingers. They need just 2. Prasanna kicks it out to Nagaraj. Nagaraj for a 2. It's a front rim, chases down the ball. Prasanna again for a 2 and this time he sinks it. 10 points, still trailed by 9. Vishesh muscles his way in and gets one. They need just 1 to ice this game. And Vishesh had a piece of that rejected and he will spot up for a 2. Missing it, another opportunity. He will take his time and try it. Sinks it. That's 22 to 10. A completely dominating performance by the Wingers. Chennai struggled from the word go except for Akhilan, who had several points to his credit. It was close to the finish that Prasanna was able to add a 2 as well. This did not go to plan is what I would say, because Chennai struggled in the first game and in this second game. But the Wingers' march continues on and they have found themselves once more in the semi-final unchallenged, unbeaten. They have lost just 1 game so far in all the 4 rounds put together. They have racked up a huge load of points, a huge total on the score as well, the team scores. And by virtue of this defeat, The second semi-finalist has also been identified. That would be Delhi Hoopers. And the final score is the Wingers have 22 and the Chennai Icon have 10, and the Wingers march into the finals. Let's go over to Rishi. He has Baz with him.
Well, after 5 games in Men's Conference B in round 4, we can say that we got a game where a team just sailed through towards the win. And that was none other than the defending champions, Ahmedabad Wingers. And I have the very talented and a 3BL tryout round, Gurbaz with me. Gurbaz, first of all, congratulations on winning the game. How do you feel being a part of this league, brother?
It's a privilege to play with one of the best players in the basketball, and to play in the 3BL for first season with them is can't explain what I'm feeling right now.
You know, Gurbaz, your attitude towards the game when you're moving around the court, playing with the champions, you always come up with so much confidence because, you know, the champions have a habit of cruising through every game. And the games that you've been giving us, it feels that, you know what, you have no pressure at all. That's what the attitude is. Do you really feel no pressure or कुछ थोड़ा बहुत pressure है?
प्रेशर तो रहता है हमेशा, जैसे बड़े प्लेयर्स के साथ खेलने को, क्योंकि उनका लेवल बहुत अच्छा है और उनके लेवल से मैचअप करने के लिए प्रेशर तो हमेशा रहता है.
You know, you've been a very skilled and coached find of Ludhiana Basketball Academy, which is obviously like a jackpot for everybody who wants to play basketball. And you coming out for the tryouts और आप यहाँ पर आए, इतना time spend किया है, कैसा लगता है ये पूरा atmosphere को देखकर, ये league खेलकर with so many players? What is your personal gain?
पहली बार ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस हुआ है क्योंकि 3-on-3 का फर्स्ट सीजन है हमारा, तो एक नया एटमॉस्फियर है, नया ग्राउंड एक्सपीरियंस है, क्योंकि 5-on-5 और 3-on-3 काफ़ी फर्क है. So that's it.
Right, you've entered the semi-finals, Gurbaz. All the best for that, and keep playing the way you do. That was Gurbaz from Ahmedabad Wingers. Well, they have easily made a place for themselves in the semi-finals of round 4 in Men's Conference B. Let's see who the other teams are. Let's see that.
And the next game is going to be played between Lucknow Ligers and Kolkata Warriors. Kolkata Warriors pulled off a pretty neat victory over Aizawl Legends, but it went down to the wire. 14-13 it was. But Lucknow Ligers have also lost actually to Aizawl Legends by a ding-dong battle. It was by 1 point. So this time, let's see who pulls off a victory and makes it. Let's go over to Rishi.
It is now time, ladies and gentlemen, to get going with the last league game of Men's Conference B in round number 4. And this one's going to be a tough one too, because both the teams need to win this one. Let's go ahead and without wasting any time, call out the teams. Put your hands together and please welcome Team Lucknow Ligers. Well, Lucknow Ligers need to definitely get their heads held up high and look positive in the game and try to get this one with all that they can do and they have. Playing against Lucknow Ligers, a team that won against the team that beat Lucknow Ligers, Aizawl Legends. But let's bring out the team who wants to do this for more reasons, for none other than Mr. David Carlos is here. Put your hands together and welcome Team Kolkata Warriors. It's going to be an interesting matchup, only and only for the reason being that Lucknow played against Aizawl and they lost, and Kolkata played against Aizawl and they won. Let's see what happens in this one. It's toss time, ladies and gentlemen. Captains, please come forward. Who's calling? Lucknow Ligers. Tails is the call. And heads it is. Kolkata Warriors win the toss. It looks like Lucknow has no luck with the toss because I think it's Sekhon's luck. Let's see what happens.
And the Lucknow Ligers will go up against Kolkata Warriors. Number 1, Sahej Pratap Singh Sekhon, having these guys lost to Aizawl Legends by 1. Number 44, Dinesh Kumar Mishra. Number 11, Rachit Singh. And number 9, Saukin Shetty. Going up against them is Kolkata Warriors, who have managed to pull off a 1-point victory over Aizawl Legends, represented by number 8 Sahaj Kumar Rajesh Bhai Patel, number 1 Amarendra Naik, number 3 David Carlos, and number 9 Tejinder Mahal. What is going to happen? There's enough drama in this pool already, and this drama won't be over until this last league game. So this is it, folks. Let's figure out who is going to win and who is going to get eliminated. There's much in fray. Aizawl Legends must be biting their nails and waiting on the sidelines to see if they have managed to squeak past one of these teams into the semi-final, but they'll have to wait a bit to find that out. Of course, the semi-final for Pool A has been a lot easier, with the Wingers getting 2 wins and the Hoopers picking up 1 win, having eliminated Chennai in the process. They make it to semi-final 1 and semi-final 2. 1 and 2 in Pool B are yet to be decided. Waiting with bated breaths on the sidelines are the Aizawl Legends. Tej to Sahaj. Sahaj has Saukin guarding him. Tej, what a start! 2 points to him, to the Warriors. Sahaj. Missing it, but Sahaj Patel this time. Tej tries to take it inside. Ball stripped by Rachit. With 2 Sahaj is on the floor, I guess we'll have to stick to Sekon for 1 and Sahaj for the other. Sekon. Rachit spots up, pulls up, misses it. And for a 2, he makes good. Naik out to Sahaj Patel. Sekon off the glass, adding 1 to the Ligers. Sahaj to Tej. Tej for a 2. Missing it. Tej picks up the rebound on the sidelines, but he is thwarted by Sekon, who's rushing into him like a bull. Some friendly banter between Naik and Sekon. Seemed like Naik did push Sekon for a bit, and Sekon took the bait and rushed into Tej. Tej missing it. Sahaj Patel with the rebound, missing it. Naik this time doing the scut work like he always does. 1 off the glass, sinks it, and it's going to be and 1 to him. Missing it. Sekon with the ball. Back again to Sekon. Takes it to the hoop and lays 1 off the glass with the reverse layup. Ligers have 4. That shot from Tej is a little short. David Carlos checks in for Tej, and hopefully he is over his injury. Sekon spotting up for a jumper, waits. And that's Saukin who pulls down the rebound and kicks it out to Rachit. Rachit sinks it. Ed David Carlos to Sahaj Patel. Sahaj makes it. Rachit leans in and sees if he can draw a foul, but that was not possible. But Rachit is, that's Saukin with the tip in. A hustle there. Saukin manages to get it and pushes it to Sekon's waiting hands. Sekon will spot up but gives it to Saukin instead and cuts Rachit for a 2. That's 9 points for the Ligers, and the Warriors trail by 5. Naik will come out for a bit. And David missing it, but Sarj is there to pick it up and put it inside. Dinesh Mishra checks in. Saukin will sit out for a bit. Tej spotting up for a 2, unchallenged, but that's an air ball. Rachit gives it to Dinesh, unable to make it. Sarj with the rebound, but no, there's a tussle there. Ball is lost. Saukin checks in for Dinesh. David splits the defense, takes it to the glass and sinks one. 6th point. And high off the glass, Rachit drops one over. Sarj Patel adds a point to the Ligers total. 10-6. A 4-point lead. 6 minutes 57 on the clock. Naik checks in for David Carlos. And that's a timeout. Ligers have 2 fouls versus Warriors who picked up just 1 foul. That is Sejin and Shashank Rai. Sekhon pulls back, spots up for a 2 and he sinks it. That's 12 points to the Ligers. Rachit drops it to Saukin. Saukin, a light touch off the glass, adds 1. That's 13. Sarj, back to Taj. Taj sinks 1. 7 points to the Warriors. Sekhon tries to drive in, tries to figure out a way so he can get one off the glass, but Rachit is there to help him out. Not able to make it. Naik loses the ball. Sekhon all the way, but he's not able to make it because he was challenged by Sarj. Sekhon to Rachit. Rachit missing it. Ball is out of bounds off the hands of Tej, so it is going to be Liger ball. 13-7 is the lead. 5 minutes 57 on the clock. Ed David checks in for Naik. Sekhon drops it to Dinesh, to Rachit. Rachit drives in, draws a foul. Rachit sinks 1. David has been challenged. That's a foul on Dinesh. 14 to the Ligers. David Carlos to the line. He sinks it. Kolkata Warriors have 8. Trail by 6 points. Sekon this time dropping it to Saukin in the paint, but Tej is there to take it away. And he will drive in. Sekon takes it away from Tej. Hustling. Tej doesn't stop with the hustle. Grind season indeed. And the struggle is real. Saukin missing that. Sarj Patel tears down the rebound, brings it out. Naik with the ball. Naik tries to go inside and off the glass. Not able to make it. This time Dinesh is there to get it for his team. Sekon with the ball. Back to Dinesh. Dinesh will drive in, but draws a foul. Sarj is unhappy with the call. Dinesh Mishra makes it. That's 15 points for the Ligers. David drops one. What a beautiful assist by David to Sarj Patel, who slams it in. 15-9 in favor of the Ligers. Sekon twists, turns, finds his way close to the hoop, and he lets one down. Sinks that one. 16 points to the Ligers. Naik missing it. Saukin was there to pick up the rebound, gives it out to Sekon. Sekon to Dinesh. Dinesh chases down his rebound. Dinesh once again with the ball. They continue to keep picking the rebound and will have it, but this time they have gifted it to Naik. Ed David off the glass, sinking one. That's 10 points, and they trail by 6 to the Ligers. Sekon spots up for a 2 and sinks it. 18 points to the Ligers. Sekon is one of the most talented young men in Indian basketball right now. Three minutes 41 on the clock, and the Ligers have an 8-point lead. Timeout has been called. David Carlos talking to his mates and telling them what is required, calling out those mistakes, trying to get them to turn things around. This is the last league game, and we can see League Commissioner Mr. Rohit Bakshi Sekon. Dinesh setting up a screen for Sekon, but this one is off target. Rachit turns around, picks it up and tries one off the glass himself, but Naik has the rebound, will give it out to Tej. Tej spots up for a 2 and lets loose a 2-pointer for the Kolkata Warriors. They trail by just 6 points. 3 minutes 17 on the clock, plenty of time, but the Ligers are already at 18 points. Tej replies with another 2. This guy can't go wrong. Tej keeps doing this game in every single game. One of the most hard-working players on the floor, Tejinder Mahal. It's apparent in the numbers he puts up. Rebounds, plays defense, assists, does whatever is required of him for his team. Sekon will go to the free throw line, trailing by 4 are the Warriors now, and Sekon has an opportunity to sink this and make it 19 points for the Ligers. Misses that, chases after it, picks up the rebound, and will try to take it inside, and a jumper, and he sinks it. 19 points for the Ligers. All they need is to Naik with the ball this time. Tej has it. Hustling defense by Sekon. Tej rushes one there, but he can't make it. Kicks it out to Sahaj. Sahaj misses it. Naik is there to pull down the rebound, give it back to Tej. Tej forcing a two, not able to make it. Ball is out of bounds. There's a sense of urgency because they realize how close the Ligers are to the finish, and they want to do everything possible to ensure that they close the difference and get one up. .225. Rachit. Saukin is back on the floor. Rachit off the glass, unable to make it. Naik is there to pull down the rebound and brings it to the top, and he will reset and play out to Sahaj. Sahaj dropping it inside to Naik. Naik off the glass and Naik makes it. It's a 4-point game, and the Warriors have picked up their 15th point. Sekon tries to take his way. Yes, he does. He sinks one. That's a 20th point for the Ligers. Tej drops it to Naik. Naik off the glass. That's the 16th point, still keeping it within 4. All they need is one. And a foul has been called. Minute and 45 on the clock. Sekon finds himself on the free throw line. An opportunity to win this game. And he does. 21-16 is the final score. Lucknow Ligers have beaten Kolkata Warriors, and Lucknow Ligers, having lost to Aizawl Legends by 1, have beaten Kolkata Warriors by 4. Make that 5 points. In fact, Kolkata Warriors have pulled off a 1-point victory against Aizawl. It looks like things are not going to go in favor of Aizawl. We'll just have to wait a bit and get the confirmation in. Ahmedabad Wingers have already made it to the semi-final, number 1 as the pool toppers for Pool A, and Delhi Hoopers are waiting to meet the pool toppers of Pool B in the second semi-final. And this is how the game went. Rachit, David Carlos, Rachit again, Sekon. It seemed like it was going to be quite the matchup, but at one point in time, Ligers ensured that they put the pressure on Warriors and made sure that they picked up those points in regular intervals and took it away from them. Sekon. Tej with the 2-point reply there. Tej again. Sekon. Naik off the glass. Tej finding the open man in Naik. Naik with one more. And that is a finish. That was Sekon who finished it in style for the Ligers. And the final score reads 21-16 in favor of Lucknow Ligers. Let's go over to Rishi. He's waiting to talk to Sekon.
Well, Lucknow Ligers have gone through that and won the game. I think the team balance is about back in the right time. And I have the extremely skillful and the very young talent, the one and only Syed Sekho with me. Syed, first of all, congratulations on winning that game. Team balance कैसा लग रहा है अब at the right time, the right win?
First of all, thank you so much. So हमारा team balance काफ़ी अच्छा हो गया. Last game हम हारे थे, so this was a do or die game. अगर ये हारते तो back सीधा room में. So we had to give it an all. और हम मुझे लगता है काफ़ी अच्छा किया हमने.
यार राउंड 3 कंप्लीट हो चुका है. दिस इज राउंड 4 ऑफ योर कॉन्फ्रेंस और आज everybody is giving us a tough day because the games are going very down to the wire. 3 राउंड के बाद ये टीम का केमिस्ट्री आपको राउंड 4 में कैसा लग रहा है? इज इट बिल्डिंग अप ऑन एवरी डे? एटमॉस्फेयर क्या है व्हेन यू आर इन द प्लेयर्स लाउंज?
सो काफ़ी अच्छा है. 3 राउंड्स खेल चुके हैं. सो 4th राउंड में काफ़ी कंपटीशन भी हार्ड हो रहा है. सो लाउंज में प्लेयर्स ये डिस्कस करते हैं कि हमें और हार्ड खेलना है, अग्रेसिव खेलना है. सो हमने वही कर रहे हैं कोर्ट पे.
And you know you're scoring most of the points. I'm seeing that you move on the court very confidently. Your tactics and your thinking process is going great on the court. So good luck with that. You've made it to the semi-finals now. आप मुझे बताएं कि finals जीतने का plan क्या है?
सो 3 राउंड्स हो गए. हम हमेशा रनर्स अप आते हैं. सो दिस टाइम विल बी होपिंग दैट वी बीट देम, द अहमदाबाद विंगर्स.
Well, that's great confidence and good luck for that, brother. And congratulations on winning this one. That was Sehaj, one of the very young talents from 3BL Season 3. And you have to look out for that kid once he comes back to play the semis.
It was really hard. 2 years of COVID really made a lot of things difficult. But at the same time, it gave us a lot of time to plan. So we planned, we found what we shouldn't do, and then all the mistakes that we have made. So we took our time, we planned it really well. And now we are here in Chandigarh with our perfect setup. We started Women's League in 2019, and the purpose of starting was again take India to Olympic. Men's have a different ranking system, women's have a different ranking system, and to take India on Olympic, women's, because there is no such a league in basketball, even the 3x3 for women, I realized back in 2018 that there is a lot of opportunity for women. So that's why we have a league and grow the number of teams. So in next season, we will have 12 women's team. The difference between 3x3 and 5-on-5 is there are a lot of differences, such as, let me start with the timing. So in 3x3, we only have 10 minutes. In 5-on-5 is a 40 minutes game. In 5-on-5, they use 7-size ball, whereas in 3x3, we use 6-size ball with a 7-size weight. This actually makes a player to dribble better because of the grip, shoot better, pass better. Because of that, game is more engaging, there's a more score happening, so it becomes more entertaining. And 3x3 has a knockout. So the rule is either 10 minutes or 21 points, whichever comes first. And by the end of 10 minutes, whoever has the highest score wins, or 21 points under 10 minutes. And 3x3 does not have a personal foul compared to 5-on-5, but it has a team fouls. So in reality, in 3x3, you could foul as much as you want, but obviously that becomes a team's problem, not an individual problem. So you won't get eliminated by fouling too much. And as a player who has played both format, I realize everything that you do in 3x3 is a lot faster than 5-on-5. Starting with the playing, even with a refereeship, and also the camera work. So the structure is, in the men's team, we have 12 teams in men's. We have divided into two groups of Conference A and Conference B. Now, day 1 is a Conference A, day 2 is a Conference B. Each conference is divided in 6 teams, and the 6 teams are divided into 2 groups of 3. They have a league matches. They play within their group, and the top 2 teams go to the semi-final and the final. Each round and each conference has a champion. Those are counted as a FIBA points, and as well as we give them a team 3BL points. At the end of round 5, whoever has the highest point and highest ranking will be allocated to round 6, which is our final. The final round is going to be combined of all 12 teams. This would be divided 3 teams divided into 4 groups, and they will play with each other. Top 2 teams will go to the day 2. Top 8 teams, starting from a quarterfinal, they will play as a knockout. So it will be a league round robin on the day 1 on the final, and the knockout on the day 2. And we'll decide a league champion and a league MVP.
It all started with a group of boys playing basketball. It all started with the passion they had for basketball. It all started with Mr. Rohit Bakshi wanted to do something for the country, wanted to do something for the kids who love sports, but they don't have a platform to perform it for a longer run. So the vision started of making children play such a game which could make you a better human being, and it does, physically and mentally. Seeing the talent in all parts of India, like be it South, be it North, when we saw that there is a talent, but we are not aware of it, and there is much more than we think of, much more than we know of. I think bringing a sport like basketball is anyways a tough job, and bringing up a league and getting everybody together makes it much more difficult. Basketball is played more by boys, so it started with boys league. It didn't start with women's. Women's was introduced last season, and this is the second season for women's league. Initially, we didn't have that much support we thought we would have, introducing something, telling what it is, and then convincing them to help our country, help our generation, help our kids. Joining hands with a private organization, doing anything like that, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of convincing. So that is a second milestone we achieved, getting that government bodies along with us. So first thing was that it was a new sport. Nobody was aware of it. That was a big challenge. And today, when we talk to people about game, they only know like 5-on-5. There are so many of them. We had to start with what is 3x3 and how it's played. So that's the first challenge we had to overcome, that create awareness about 3x3. 3 words that come to my mind, it would be quick, entertaining, and fast.
The basketball rules very clearly state that if a player is having the ball in their hands, and if a defensive player strikes the hand of the player who is holding the ball, this is not a foul. So players in their anxiety try to claim for a foul so that they don't want to lose a very crucial possession. I'll repeat this once again. If a player is holding a ball and a defensive player strikes the hand of the player, the palm which is holding the ball, this is not a foul. But players tend to claim a foul because if they have lost possession, they would like to get the ball in their for them, in their favor. The hand checking was definitely there, but then at that time the ball was not in the hands of the player. So this is what a player should be able to judge, at what time the contact occurred, and by that contact whether any advantage situation has been got by their opponents. Players have to play their game naturally. They should try to avoid trying to claim a foul, because like I said, that there are contacts, but every contact cannot be called a foul. So if a player is definitely moving towards the basket, the progression is towards the basket, and there is an obstruction, there is an advantage which is got by the player who is not permitting an offensive player with the ball going towards the basket, this will definitely be called a foul. So this is where a player has to be able to identify whether they are right in claiming a foul. I do agree, because every player in their anxiety would like that the decision comes in their favor. But then we as referees, we play a neutral role. We identify those situations which need to be compulsory called as a foul, so that the flow of the game is not interrupted. No team gets an advantage. No player is at a disadvantage. So this is what is the focus on which we will be doing our officiating in the remaining part of the event also.
Welcome back, viewers. It is now time to bring on the semi-final for Men's Conference B in round number 4 at 3BL Season 3. All of you who've been watching us throughout the evening, I want to thank you for watching us live on Sony Live and 3x3BL's YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an epic semi-finals 1 and 2, and then even better of a final fight to win the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing out the semi-final number 1 teams with me right here in Men's Conference B, round number 4. Give it up and put your hands together for the defending champions, Team Ahmedabad Wingers. Team Ahmedabad Wingers, I don't think they probably feel any sort of pressure as of now because they've been to a semis a lot in this 3 rounds that they have played, and this is the 4th one. They're already here in the first semi-final. Playing against Ahmedabad Wingers in semi-final number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, a team that really deserves a place in the finals very, very soon. Put your hands together for the mighty Aizawl Legends. Team Aizawl Legends having a good day today at the court, and it is semi-finals time at here in the men's conference B. And let's bring on the toss without wasting any time. The captains, please come forward. Good luck, boys. It's the semi-final. Play fair, play square. May the best team win. You know the rules. Who's calling? Aizawl called heads. Tails it is. Ahmedabad Wingers win the semi-final toss and will take the ball. But Aparna, you take the com box.
Thank you very much, Rishi. And Ahmedabad Wingers, of course, their 4th straight semi-final, being represented by number 9, the mighty Vishesh Brigavanshi, number 10, the Big Dipper Amritpal Singh, number 69, Abhyudaya, the Worm Yadav, and number 8, Gurbaz Singh. They will be taking on Aizawl Legends, being represented by number 15, Palpreet Singh Brar, number 6, Udrik Pereira, number 22, Lalrina the Wizard Renthale, and number 16, Juvraj Singh. And the Aizawl Legends have made it to the semi-final by the skin of their teeth pretty much. And they have just eliminated Warriors by 1 solitary point to make sure that they have secured a spot in the semi-final. The second semi-final, of course, will be played between Lucknow Ligers and Hoopers. But here we are off to a start, and both teams have already notched up points on the board. Legends have 2 already, and the Wingers have 3 this time, thanks to a 2 from Vishesh. Abhyudaya strips Lalrina off the ball. Vishesh drops it, but Lalrina made sure that he had something to do with diverting it. But Amritpal finds another way to take it to the hoop, and he sinks it off a pass from Vishesh. Abhyudaya back to Vishesh. Vishesh takes it all the way to the hoop, a reverse layup off the glass. That's a 5th point coming in for the Wingers. Lalrina spotting up for a 2. Misses it. Juvraj gets rebound and attempt for him. Wingers ball again. Drops it to Amritpal. Juvraj back to Palpreet. Palpreet to Lalrina. Palpreet again. For a 2, and he sinks it. That's 4 points for the Legends. Unchecked, Vishesh goes in, and 1 attempt there for Amrit. Palpreet towers over him. It's a high release there, but Vishesh was there to pick it up and drop one off the glass. Palpreet attempts another 2. A tussle under the boards. Everyone trying to make sure that Amrit doesn't get into position for those rebounds. Juvraj for a 2. A little too flat, not enough elevation there. Vishesh, an air ball. Amrit off the glass, the 7th point coming in for the Wingers, and the Legends trail by 3, 7:38 on the clock. Lalrina to Palpreet. Palpreet for a 2, hits front of the ring. Abhyudaya to Amrit. Vishesh. And he sinks it. That's 9 points for the wingers. Lalrina gives it to Palpreet. Palpreet is going to have to take it against Amrit. But Amrit pulls down the rebound and gives it out to Vishesh. Vishesh spotting up for another 2. Not able to make it. Wingers ball. Baz is coming for Abhyudaya and sinks one. An easy jumper, 1 point. Baz this time. Another opportunity. And he sinks it. 3 straight points for Baz. That's 12 points for the wingers. Juvraj. Juvraj out to Palpreet. Palpreet finds his way to the hoop and lays it in. That's 5 points for the legends. Vishesh drops it to Amrit. Amrit off the glass. It's 13 points to the wingers. 6 minutes 25 on the clock. And that's a timeout. Palpreet spots up for a 2. Vishesh pulls down the rebound for the wingers and he will take a shot of his own and he sinks it. That's 15 points for the wingers. All they need is another 6 points to close this game and not anywhere near the halfway mark. 1 minute and 10 for the halfway mark. Vishesh to the hoop, kicks it out to Gurbaz. Baz unable to make it. Lalrina with the rebound. Palpreet. Amrit pulls down the rebound, gives it to Vishesh. Vishesh spotting up for a 2. Doesn't make it, but off the glass again. Unable to make it. Palpreet knocks it back into Vishesh's hands. Third attempt no good. Out to Lalrina. Lalrina for a 2. Lalrina sinks a free throw. 6 points for the legends. Trailing by 9. Now they trail by 8. 2 points to Lalrina. Baz out to Vishesh. Juvraj on him. Lalrina with the rebound. Drops it to Palpreet. Gets it back. Drops it to Palpreet again and gets it back once more. Feeds him back. Extra pass is there. Amrit picks it off and gives it out to Baz. Baz for a jumper and he makes it. That's a 16th point for the wingers. Juvraj this time to Palpreet. Out to Vishesh. Amrit setting a screen for Vishesh. And that's Vishesh for 2 more. That's 18 points to the wingers. Lalrina sinks one. Vishesh takes it all the way to the hoop and gives it out to Amrit. Amrit unable to make it. Palpreet with the rebound. Palpreet gives it out, but that was a turnover. A 10-point difference. Wingers firmly in the lead and look to take away this game. 4 minutes 28 on the clock. So close to finishing the Wingers. 3 more points is all they need. Vishesh drops it to Amrit Pal, who slams it in. What an assist, and the finish was peachy to see. Juvraj with the rebound. They need just 2 more to win. Udrik Pereira this time putting it away a little bit longer. Legends with 10. Amrit, the big fella, thought quite a bit before he made that attempt. Vishesh unable to make it. Abhyudaya saves the ball. Vishesh will give it to Amrit, but Juvraj was there to quickly take it away. Juvraj off the hands of Vishesh. Trail by 9. And that's a timeout with 3:47 on the clock. And consider this, the Wingers have conceded just 1 foul and the Legends are yet to concede any, and we are almost close to the finish of this game. And Lalrina adds 1 to the team total. They're trying to make sure that somehow they're able to stave away that victory for as long as possible. But the 20th point proves a tad elusive at this point in time. The Wingers have 19 and the Legends have just 11. With 3:30, Amritpal has been fouled and he will go to the free throw line. Amrit missing that. Vishesh has the ball. A jumper. Palpreet missing the rebound. Abhyudaya sinks 1. That makes it 20. They need 1 more point to finish this. Lalrina takes it to the hoop but loses it. Abhyudaya beyond the arc. And he sinks it. And the Wingers find themselves in their 4th successive final, 21-11. That is what the score reads. 3 minutes and 11 on the clock. And that is our first finalist. And the final score reads Ahmedabad Wingers have beaten Aizawl Legends 21-11. Now let's go over to Rishi. He's waiting to welcome the second semi-finalist. The game will be played between Lucknow Ligers and Delhi Hoopers.
Just like the previous rounds in Men's Conference B, Team Ahmedabad Wingers have had a spot fixed in the finals, this time in round 4-2. But let's see, does the history repeat back again or not? We'll see that after semi-final number 2. Because coming out, teams first starting with Team Lucknow Ligers. Now, Team Lucknow Ligers have been in these situations, I think, more than a couple of times to make a place in the finals and face Ahmedabad Wingers again, because they're already there waiting to defend their championship title. But if there is a team that can stop Lucknow Ligers to enter the final, there's only one team, because they are playing the semi-final number 2 against them. Please put your hands together and welcome Team Delhi Hoopers. Delhi Hoopers have got a really good long break for today between the league games and the semi-final that they're playing right now. Let's see how this one goes down. We'll get to know in that a bit of time. Can I have the captains for the toss alongside me, please? All right. Good luck to both of you. Who's calling? Tails is the call from Lucknow Ligers. Heads it is. Delhi Hoopers win the toss, the semi-final number 2. And the Reds will have the ball. Aparna, take it further.
Thank you very much, Rishi. The Lucknow Ligers will be represented by number 1, Sahej Pratap Singh Sekhon, number 44, Dinesh Kumar Mishra, number 11, Rachit Singh, and number 9, Saukin Shetty. They beat the Warriors convincingly by 5 points. Then the Delhi Hoopers are being represented by Macedonian Irvin Kogo wearing jersey number 3. Number 23, Prabnoor Singh. Number 8, Amit Sarawat, who's out on injury. Number 7, Villain Bryant Pena. And Kogo did suffer a nasty hit on the head and he was feeling a little woozy for a bit, and hopefully he's recovered well enough. In fact, he did recover in the game itself to go ahead and sink 3 successive points and take the game away from their opponents, Chennai. He's had a bit of rest since then and he should be good and raring to go. Playing with just 3 players since they lost AP to an injury just for this round. They have their task cut out. The Ligers know what it takes, what is needed to take them into the final, because they've been there thrice and will be looking to make it a 4th time excursion as well. Prabnoor. Kogo spotting up for a long 2. It's an air ball. Sekhon had a big game. Sekhon tries to drop it to Saukin, but Bryant was there to quickly pick it up. Prabnoor. Prabnoor unable to sink that one, but he still hustles for the ball. Rachit Singh this time to Sekhon. Sekhon being challenged by Bryant. Off the glass. Picks one up. The first point for the Ligers. And this time Saukin rejected the one by Kogo. Rachit with the 2. The Ligers have 3 already. Kogo out to Bryant. Bryant spotting up for a 2. Prabnoor takes it to the hoop off the glass. Couldn't make it. Rachit with the rebound. Gives it out to Sekhon. Sekhon tries to muscle his way in. And he sinks one. A nice turnaround jumper for Sekhon. Nice finish. Tries to find the open man, Bryant to Prabnoor, but that was not possible. That is a second rejection for Saukin. Saukin is into blocks now. Second one so early into the game. It'll be interesting to see how many more he comes up with. Kogo. That one is an air ball. Rachit for a long two. Prabnur is there to pull down the rebound. Spots up for a jumper. Too much juice on that one. Almost losing it, but manages to keep it in. Bryant out to Prabnur again. Prabnur spins, turns, jumps, sinks that one. First point for the Hoopers is on the board right now. Rachit tries to drop it into Saukin, but Kogo had the best of it. And then it's Delhi ball. Prabnur for a two, and he makes it 3 points for Delhi Hoopers, and all of it from Prabnur. Rachit to Saukin. Saukin turns, loses the ball. Seven minutes 34 on the clock. Dinesh checks in for Saukin. Dinesh backs up into Bryant. Bryant pulls down the rebound. Kogo unable to finish. Rachit with the ball now. The Hoopers trail by just one. Ligers have 4. 7:16 on the clock, and Hoopers have picked up their first foul. Rachit will go to the free throw line for one attempt. Bryant is very unhappy with the call. Rachit converts that to give his team the 5th point. Takes it all the way to the hoop and slams it in. That's Bryant. Lucknow Ligers ball. Sekon draws a foul, and he will go to the free throw line. And one for him. Sekon missing that. A tussle there, and Bryant was quick enough to get it off Sekon, so the ball possession will be with the Hoopers. Great presence of mind by Bryant. He's all pumped up and energized. That's the kind of energy they need right now. Playing with 3 men on the floor is definitely not easy, but it always helps when your teammate is absolutely pumped and giving it his best. Bryant with the ball, back to Kogo. Oh, what a pass there. Kogo all the way to the hoop, and he sinks it. That's a 5th point coming for the Hoopers. What a beautiful pass to Bryant that was by Kogo. Sekon this time, spotting up for a jumper, couldn't make it. Prabnur with the rebound, back to Kogo. Nifty handles, giving it to Bryant. Bryant finds Prabnur inside. Prabnur spots up for a jumper and makes it. He was challenged by Saukin, but Saukin seems to have a niggle in his knees. Sekon this time. Kogo out to Prabnur. Prabnur tries to take it to the hoop. A left layup there. Another opportunity. This time Kogo picks it up, and off the glass he lays it. That's a 7th point for the Hoopers. That's a 1-point lead, the first in the game so far for the Hoopers. Prabnur out to Kogo. Ball rebounded by Bryant, and Kogo misses that one. Another opportunity. Gives it to Bryant. What a dish. That's 8 points to the Hoopers. Sekon spins, turns. Prabnur is on him, challenging him. And Bryant makes sure to push it right out. Prabnur managed to keep it in play, and Saukin. Prabnur quickly strips him, and Kogo has it and sinks one off the glass. A great assist by Prabnur, good presence of mind, great defensive efforts by Prabnur there. Sekon drops it to Saukin. Saukin wasn't ready for it. Prabnur is quick to get it. He seems a little winded, but he's still there. And Kogo takes it to the hoop and sinks one. That's a 10th point for the Hoopers. Rachit unable to make it. Kogo pulls it down. The rebound, gives it to, drops it to Bryant. Bryant unable to hold it, and a timeout. They're all winded. A flurry of activity for the Hoopers, and they are absolutely winded and definitely need this little break for them to catch their breath, recover and come back stronger. Saukin seems to be in pain and he signals for the physio. He's not looking comfortable. Sekon, Dinesh and Rachit will step in. Sekon in traffic, almost loses it, and that is Kogo with the ball. What an athlete. Kogo is so quick. Bryant, a light touch. Great elevation there by Bryant. He misses it. Rachit frustrated with that. 11 points for the Hoopers, and the Ligers trail by 5. Ligers find themselves in unfamiliar territory because this is probably the biggest lead they've had to face against, especially in a semi-final. And Rachit makes sure he drops a couple in and eases them off the deficit. Kogo drops it to open man Prabnur. Prabnur for a 2, but no, it's way short. 3 minutes 50 on the clock. Ball rebounded. Dinesh has it and Bryant is hustling him there. Ligers trail by just 3. The Hoopers have conceded 3 fouls and the Ligers are yet to concede any. Sekon has been having a fairly quiet game right until now. Dinesh tries to force one off the glass, but Prabnur ensured that Kogo got it. Ball is out of bounds this time. Great effort by Delhi Hoopers. They're playing with their hearts on the line. Such troopers, one man short, giving it everything they've got. Saukin steps back and Dinesh will check out. Sekon. Tries to play one-on-one and loses the ball. That's a lot of time that Sekon has used on the clock, because there are only 3 seconds on the shot clock and he's going to have to launch an attempt real quick which is what he does. An air ball. Kogo loses it. Rachit with the ball finds Sekon inside and drops one to him, and he drops one off the glass and picks up that point. Rachit with the rebound. They trail by just 2 points. It could go any which way. Sekon finds Saukin inside. Saukin, second attempt there, not able to make it. Kogo is there in the mix now. Rachit this time, he's not able to make it. Saukin Shetty fouled. He's not still comfortable with his knee, and Saukin finds himself going to the free throw line. Bryant is not happy, definitely not happy. Trailing by 2, this is Saukin's opportunity to cut the lead by 1 point. And he picks that 1 point up for them. Hoopers tries to muscle their win and sink it, and that was Kogo. High one off the glass, sinks it, and one for Kogo. What an athlete. Kogo sinks it. A 3-point lead for them now. 2 minutes 40 on the clock, and hustles in the defense as well. Sekon spots up for a 2, but Saukin is there to pick it up and put it back and pick up that quick 1 point for the Ligers. Kogo tries to go inside, kicks it out to Prabnur. Prabnur almost losing it. Hustling defense by Sekon. Sekon to Saukin. Saukin will sink it, and 1 for Saukin. Still keeping it within 1. Saukin not comfortable, not looking comfortable, but he will trudge on. Saukin missing that. Prabnur is there to contest it, but Saukin picks it back and puts it back against the board and drops one in. The scores are level, 13 apiece. Kogo in traffic, spins, moves, tries to find the opening, tries to launch one. It's a flurry of activity under the board. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remain. You can see the footwork there. That's 1, 2. You can see him try to figure out all the permutations and combinations that could get him closer to the board and launch that shot. Sekon spins, a fadeaway, not able to make it. Bryant this time with the ball for the Hoopers. It's his turn to try and take it to the hoop. He's challenged at the top by Sekon, but he is persistent and sinks one. Kogo with the rebound. Rachit is there on him. Prabnur will split the defense, take it to the hoop, and he launches one. That's 1 more point to the Hoopers. They lead by 2 now, 1 minute and 33 on the clock. Hoopers have conceded 5 fouls. Ligers have conceded just 1, and it's time for a timeout. What a game this is. Everything you'd expect in a semi-final. That close, that interesting. Hoopers playing with just 3 players. They lost the first game to the Wingers. Took the second game in a fairly convincing fashion. And now this is the third game. They come back strong. Kogo had a nasty fall. I mean, not exactly a fall, sustained an injury. Got bumped badly in his face. Felt lightheaded. Despite that, he was back in action. Continued on with the game, finished like a trooper, and now he's here, inflicting a lot of damage on the opposition. An invaluable player he is. That's what Irvin Kogo can bring to his teammates. Prabnur unable to hold it. That was Rachit who took the rebound. In fact, Rachit for a jumper. He makes it. Rachit gives them the 14th point, and they trail by just 1 point. It could swing any which way. Bryant all the way to the hoop, tries to slam it in. Saukin had a piece of that, but that's going to be called for a foul. A super athletic Bryant. The launch was just spectacular to watch. Had he slammed it in, that would have been a poster. Bryant on the free throw line. An opportunity to take this up by another point. Missing it. And Prabnur is there to pick up the rebound for the Hoopers. Kogo with the ball. Gives it to Bryant. Bryant kicks it out once more to Kogo. Kogo will mix it up, take it to the hoop. Sekon with the ball this time for the Ligers. All the way to the hoop, and Sekon sinks it. That gives them an opportunity to level the scores. Sekon once again. 37 seconds on the clock only. Sekon drops it to Saukin. Can Saukin sink it? But he does draw the foul. So Saukin will go to the free throw line. Saukin sinks it, gives them their lead in a long time. That's 16 points to the Ligers. They lead by 1. 31 seconds on the clock. Hoopers have conceded 6 fouls, so the next is going to prove expensive. And that's Bryant for a 2. Not able to make it. Kogo with the rebound pulls it down. Sekon is on him. Tries to find the open man, but no, Kogo will attempt that 2, but he can't make it. Sekon with the rebound. Sekon takes a jumper and he sinks it. That's a 17th point for the Ligers. Hoopers trail by 2, 8.9 on the clock. Absolutely dissed by the clock. Dissed by that call. Bryant. .9 on the clock. 17-15 in favor of the Ligers. You can see a section of the players watching this game. It is going to be Ligers ball. Eight seconds on the shot clock and 8.9 seconds on the game clock. Saukin to Rachit, they will just use the time. And that's the end. 17-15. Lucknow Ligers have made it to the final for the 4th time, and they will meet the very same opponents once again. Ligers eliminate Delhi Hoopers 17-15 and march into their fourth successful final, where the Ahmedabad Mingers will be waiting to meet them. And we'll be back after a short break with the final. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
It was really hard. 2 years of COVID really made a lot of things difficult. But at the same time, it gave us a lot of time to plan. So we planned, we found what we shouldn't do, and then all the mistakes that we have made. So we took our time, we planned it really well. And now we are here in Chandigarh with our perfect setup. We started Women's League in 2019, and the purpose of starting was again take India to Olympic. Men's have a different ranking system, women's have a different ranking system, and to take India on Olympic, women's, because there is no such a league in basketball, even the 3x3 for women, I realized back in 2018 that there is a lot of opportunity for women. So that's why we have a league and grow the number of teams. So in next season, we will have 12 women's teams. The difference between 3x3 and 5-on-5 is there are a lot of differences, such as, let me start with the timing. So in 3x3, we only have 10 minutes. In 5-on-5 is a 40 minutes game. In 5-on-5, they use 7-size ball, whereas in 3x3, we use 6-size ball with a 7-size weight. This actually makes a player to dribble better because of the grip, shoot better, pass better. Because of that, game is more engaging, there's a more score happening, so it becomes more entertaining. And 3x3 has a knockout. So the rule is either 10 minutes or 21 points, whichever comes first. And by the end of 10 minutes, whoever has the highest score wins, or 21 points under 10 minutes. And 3x3 does not have a personal foul compared to 5-on-5, but it has a team fouls. So in reality, in 3x3, you could foul as much as you want, but obviously that becomes a team's problem, not an individual problem. So you won't get eliminated by fouling too much. And as a player who has played both formats, I realize everything that you do in 3x3 is a lot faster than 5-on-5. Starting with the playing, even with a refereeship, and also the camera work. So the structure is, in the men's team, we have 12 teams in men's. We have divided into two groups of Conference A and Conference B. Now, day 1 is a Conference A, day 2 is a Conference B. Each conference is divided in 6 teams, and the 6 teams is divided into 2 groups of 3. They have a league matches, they play within their group, and the top 2 teams goes to semi-final and the final. Each round and each conference has a champion. Those are counted as a FIBA points, and as well as we give them a team 3BL points. At the end of round 5, whoever has the highest point and highest ranking will be allocated to round 6, which is our final. The final round is going to be combined of all 12 teams. This would be 3 teams divided into 4 groups, and they will play with each other. Top 2 teams will go to the day 2. Top 8 teams, starting from a quarterfinal, they will play as a knockout. So it will be a league round robin on the day 1 on the final, and the knockout on the day 2. And we'll decide a league champion and a league MVP.
The basketball rules very clearly state that if a player is having the ball in their hands, and if a defensive player strikes the hand of the player who is holding the ball, this is not a foul. So players in their anxiety try to claim for a foul so that they don't want to lose a very crucial possession. I'll repeat this once again. If a player is holding a ball and a defensive player strikes the hand of the player, the palm which is holding the ball, this is not a foul. But players tend to claim a foul because if they have lost possession, they would like to get the ball in their for them in their favor. The hand checking was definitely there, but then at that time the ball was not in the hands of the player. So this is what a player should be able to judge, at what time the contact occurred, and by that contact whether any advantage situation has been got by their opponents. Players have to play their game naturally. They should try to avoid trying to claim a foul, because like I said, that there are contacts.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 3BL Season 3, and it is now time for the finals of Men's Conference B, and it is round number 4. Well, the history has repeated itself. It's round 1, round 2, and round 3. The same teams have made it to the finals, this time along too. But before we get on to the court and get the finals going, here are my homies who's going to be excitingly watching this match as they every time do. Yo, you guys ready for the finals? And that's so exciting. That's so good. This is what it is at the atmosphere at 3BL, ladies and gentlemen. And it is time for the finals now. And from this tunnel behind me, we're going to have the teams, the final teams coming out for Men's Conference round number 4. Without wasting any time, let us do this, everybody. Let's bring out the team number 1. And they are none other than the defending champions from round number 3. Put your hands together and please welcome Team Ahmedabad Wingers. Team Ahmedabad Wingers, back to back into the finals, back to back titles. What is it going to stop them? There's only one team that can do that because they have always been ending up as runners-up, playing against Ahmedabad Wingers one more time in the finals of Men's Conference B. Please put your hands together and welcome Team Lucknow Ligers. Let's just hope this time it changes and we get to see a different champion for round number 4. It is toss time for Men's Conference B round 4 finals. Can I have the captains, please? Good luck to both of you. Ahmedabad Wingers called for heads. Tails it is. Lucknow Ligers win the toss for the finals of Men's Conference B at round 4. And this one's going to be an epic clash. Don't miss it.
And Ahmedabad Wingers will play the Lucknow Ligers one more time for the title clash. Ahmedabad Wingers being represented by the mighty Vishesh Brigavanshi wearing jersey number 9, number 10, Amritpal Singh, aka the Big Dipper, 69, Abhyudaya, the Worm Yadav, and number 8, Gurbaz Singh. Going up against them is none other than the Lucknow Ligers. Number 1, Sahej Pratap Singh Sekhon. Number 44, Dinesh Kumar Mishra. Number 11, Rachit Singh and Saukin Shetty wearing jersey number 9. Will Lucknow Ligers be 4th time lucky is something that we must see, and let's hope for it. Ahmedabad Wingers have had 3 winners' checks in their hands in 3 rounds, and the Lucknow Ligers have always gone back with the runners-up check. Can they reverse the fortunes this time? Let's all hope for that, because a good mix-up is all that is required to make sure that the Wingers don't get too complacent sitting right on top. You're watching the 4th round of 3x3BL Season 3. And this is the Conference B final. Sekhon spotting up for a 2. Not able to make it. Rebounds. Another 2 for him. And this time he sinks it. Sekhon for a 2. Oh, that's a 1 point because he did cross the line. But this time, replying in return very emphatically is a massive slam by Amritpal. Sekhon, this time, definitely a 2. Amritpal, off the glass, a light touch. Completely mismatched. That is Rachit trying to guard him. Saukin sinks a 2. Turning off and putting one against the glass is Amritpal. 3rd point for them. Rachit missing that. Amritpal once again. A layup. Missed it. Another opportunity to put it off the glass. That he does. The 4th point for them. Sekhon to Rachit. Rachit will find himself to the hoop off the glass. He misses that one. Must be dissed at himself for missing that one. And that is Amritpal with one more. Sekhon. 5 all. That's what the score reads. But Ball is out of bounds almost, but saved by Abhyudaya. Abhyudaya to Amrit, and Amrit sinks another one. That's a lead for the wingers now. They have a 1-point lead over the Ligers, 6-5. The score reads. Rachit spotting up for a 2. Amrit is there to pull down the rebound. Back to Visheshan. Once again Amrit, and he drops one more. 7 points to him. The wingers have 7 and the Ligers have 5. 8 minutes and 5 remaining in this clock. Backing up into Dinesh. Amritpal adds another one to the total. Rachit back to Dinesh. Dinesh tries to find the open man inside, but Abhyudaya was there to pick it up. Vishesh. Abhyudaya to Amrit. Abhyudaya is open. Chases the rebound. Abhyudaya back to Amrit. Amrit off the glass. Seven minutes 28 on the clock. Rachit steps back for a 2. Amrit. Vishesh. All the way to the hoop, lays it off the glass, and that's a 10th point for the wingers. The Ligers have picked up their first foul. Vishesh sinks that one, gives them their 11th point. They need 10 more to win this. Dinesh with an air ball. Amrit once again. Gets fouled. (11-5) is the score in favor of the wingers. Amritpal to the free throw line for one attempt. Makes it. 12th point for the wingers. Sekon. Ball rebounded by Baz, almost losing it. Back again to Baz. Spotting up for a jumper, and Baz sinks one. That's a 13th point for the wingers. Rachit. Vishesh intercepts that one, and the ball is out of bounds. It's going to continue to be Liger ball. Rachit must launch one immediately. Baz tries to take it inside and finds the hoop one more time. 2 consecutive points for Baz. Sekon for a 2, and he sinks it. Vishesh drops it to Amritpal. Amritpal off the glass. 15. And that's the 16th point for them. All they need is 5 more to finish. Baz, miss pass to Saukin. Saukin spots up for a 2. Not able to make it. Kicks it out to Baz. Baz for a 2 this time. It's a front rim. Saukin with the rebound and Baz takes a steal. And 1. Misses that one. Vishesh for a 2. Amrit tries to put it back. This time he does. That's an 18 point. All they need is 3 more points to ice this. Not near the halfway mark as yet. Pulling down the rebound. Vishesh drops it to Amrit. And 1 for Amrit. That's 19 points. Misses that one. Dinesh Mishra spotting up for a 2. Ball rebounded by Vishesh. Vishesh to Abhyudaya. Abhyudaya forcing a 2. Vishesh forcing 1 there. 4 minutes 49 on the clock. And the Ligers have managed just 5 points on the board in their favour. Seko tries to take it all the way to the hoop, and that's the 6th point. Sticking to their plan of feeding Amrit and making him sink those singles. That's the wingers for you. Dinesh Mishra for a jumper. Amrit is there to pull down the rebound, gives it to Vishesh. Vishesh for a 2. Amrit will try to finish with the 2. Abhyudaya for a 2 this time. And that is the end of it. 22-6 is the score. Not much excitement when the same opponent meets for the finals for the 4th time, and it's the same winner that comes back with the winner's check. It's a little painful for the Ligers. 4 minutes and 11 remain on the clock, and Ahmedabad wingers have come away with their 4th victory in as many rounds. Unbeaten. They have suffered 1 loss in 14 games. That's how strong the wingers have been. 22-6 is the scoreline for this final. And that is the final point that was scored by Abhyudaya Yadav, a 2. And the final score reads 22-6. Total annihilation by the wingers. They have managed to beat Lucknow Ligers for the 4th consecutive time. Now let's go over to Rishi. He's going to take us to the presentation ceremony.
With that game of Men's Conference B round 4, we finish it with no changes at all because the results have turned out to be the same. And it is time for the presentation ceremony here at 3BL Season 3. You're watching us live from Chandigarh, Mohali. And before we begin the presentation ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be thanking all the sponsors who've been of great support to us. And because of them, this season is what it looks like to you. It is. So while I do that, I request everybody to please put your hands together and clap your hands, starting with none other than the hospitality and venue partner, this beautiful property, Wyndham Chandigarh Mohali. Thank you so much for being on board with us and showing us so much support. Our radio partner, MyFM 94.3. Apparel partner, Nivea. Energy drink partner, Red Bull. Medical partner, Fortis Hospitals, Mohali. Name partner, Boxer Singh Sports Worldwide Private Limited. Special thanks to BFI and FIBA and all the officials and referee. Event partners, Creators Marketing Solution. And our live streaming partner, Sony Live. Can I have a round of applause for all the sponsors, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. It is now time to begin the presentation ceremony here at 3BL Season 3 Men's Conference B round number 4. And we start with giving away the runners-up check. And to do that, may I please invite on the court to join me with great amount of humbleness and respect, Mr. B.N. Sharma, please. Thank you so much for being here. With a big round of applause, can you please welcome Mr. Sharma with me to give away the runners-up check for Men's Conference B in round number 4. Thank you so much and welcome, sir. Thank you for being here. Hope you've enjoyed your evening with us. And the runners-up for Men's Conference B round number 4 doesn't change at all, but hopefully, maybe in the next round. But for now, bring up with a big smile and round of applause, Team Lucknow Ligers. You guys need to smile and have your heads held high because you guys have been consistent to get the runners-up check, and it's not easy to have that going too. I know you guys want to win the champions, but for now, celebrate this. Lucknow Ligers, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the runners-up of Men's Conference B, round 4. Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Team Lucknow Ligers, and congratulations once again. It is now time to present the winner's check for Men's Conference B round 4. And to give that away, I would like to invite to join me on the court Mr. Munish Sahani from OMG Group, a film production company. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Sahani, for being here. Hope you've enjoyed this electrifying game and the sport as you've witnessed at 3BL Season 3. Let's bring out the champions once again. They did it 1, 2, 3, and 4 in a row. Team Ahmedabad Wingers. Many congratulations to Team Ahmedabad Wingers. Back to back it is for them. This is Men's Conference B and round number 4, and they do it again. Thank you so much, Mr. Sahni. Thank you. Thank you for being with us. Do four. चार करो यार. ऐसा नहीं होगा. Thank you. Thank you, Team Ahmedabad. Thank you. Thank you so much. And it is now time for the most valuable award for the night, as I like to call it. The most valuable player is coming up. And to give away that check, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to request the man who's made all of this possible, the man who gave you the best platform you could ever have for this sport. Please put your hands together and welcome the 3BL Commissioner, Mr. Rohit Bakshi. With a big round of applause, let's welcome him to the court with me for this final giveaway for the presentation ceremony. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much. And it is now time, ladies and gentlemen, to give away the most valuable player for Men's Conference B round number 4. Without any wasting of time, who do you think it is? The one and only, the man who is the wall, the mega blocker, Amrit Pal, everybody. Jersey number 10 from Ahmedabad Wingers. Congratulations. The man who can squeeze my bones with one hand. Most valuable player, Men's Conference B, round 4. Can I have a round of applause for this very, very talented player? Congratulations. We're going to have a quick chat, Paji, aapke saath, just for a minute. Once again, congratulations for the 4th time in a row. Aapki team championship jeet gayi hai and you've become the MVP. कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है. हमारी टीम अभी फुल लाइक पीक पे है. अच्छा खेल रहे हैं. ऑफेंस डिफेंस हम दोनों एक साथ खेल रहे हैं, तो इसलिए हम जीत रहे हैं.
अर्लियर गेम में जब शाम को मैं आपसे बात कर रहा था, मैंने आपसे पूछा था कि यू नो इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि आपके सामने स्कोर कैसे करें, बट पोस्ट दैट आज जो बाकी की गेम्स थी, यू आर रनिंग अराउंड द कोर्ट एंड यू आर ट्राइंग टू मेक शॉट्स. ये कुछ नया स्ट्रैटेजी था?
नहीं, लाइक मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, जैसे नेक्स्ट के भी किसी के साथ हो रहा है, लाइक इनसाइड डबल टीम में, लाइक तो बाहर से भी शूटिंग करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज अगर किसी ने अंदर से ब्लॉक कर लिया तो टीम तो खेलना ही तो पड़ेगा पूरी ग्राउंड में.
राउंड 1, राउंड 2, राउंड 3, राउंड 4 आप जीत चुके हैं. पार्टी कब दोगे आप?
जब बोलो. अभी नाउ पार्टी टाइम.
Congratulations once again, brother, and celebrate this win till the end of time. Ahmedabad Wingers don't seem to give it away easy in Men Conference B because they have won it round 1, round 2, round 3, and round 4. Let's see what happens in the upcoming rounds. My name is Rishi Raj. Thank you so much for watching 3BL Season 3. Have a good night.